Okay, sorry guys, I just want to adjust this so you can see me and Virginia. Uh, Hopefully high enough. Okay, yeah, yeah. All right, let me know. Virginia's probably going to be looking at her phone. So let me know if you can't see anything. So, just 1 second, 1 second. So today's been hectic. I had to take care of 2 dogs actually. So I'm doing some dog sitting and I had to have the dogs. I wanted to be able to see. I want to be able to see if this is recording properly. Okay. All right. So I think if Virginia sits here, this is not going to be high enough. I'll have to put it up higher.
You're recording already?
Yes, I already put it live, so now I have to adjust. Yeah, you can come in, honey, and come and sit.
Okay, but it's moving.
Okay, I'm just gonna raise this so you won't see the whole board. I'll take a picture of it later. And
Hello, peoples.
you know, this is prepared.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I gotta put it higher so they can see you. Okay.
does this stuff have to be on top of here? Or can I sit?
The thing? Yeah. You mean the towel? Otherwise you're gonna be sliding off. The towel has to be there.
Okay.
Okay. So we're live. You check it. Welcome to Real Excel Epilepsy Portal. I'm here, Elena, with Virginia. Today's topic is coronavirus. It's COVID-19, what they call it. And the reason why we're doing we're doing this for our community. Anyone who, okay, you guys are not allowed to do this. Go over there. Okay, so anyone who wants to know about it is welcome to join us. This is about natural remedies for a virus
For
flu.
COVID-19.
Well, not specifically, okay?
The flu and COVID-19.
So COVID-19, what it is, there's 4 strains of different
It's a
viruses.
strain of SARS.
So it's a strain of flu, okay? This is a strain of flu.
It has flu symptoms.
So you
Pneumonia symptoms.
need to address it as a super bad flu virus, okay? So that's how you need to address it.
And not super bad like the movie, because that one movie was good, but like it's super bad like died.
Okay, so don't forget this is a community live stream, okay? We are doing this because of what's going on. There are a lot of things going on, and we're gonna touch
Too
up
many
on that.
things going
We're
on.
gonna touch up on that, I guess, at the end. I wanted to get you give you the remedies and the things I have learned throughout my life. I have gone through very, very hard cases of pneumonias, in plural, in the past, and so I can actually share my experience and what I have done for myself, that the things that I have done that I done at home have worked much better than the actual prescriptions that I have gotten from the doctors.
Okay.
So I have a lot to share.
Think of her as a hippie, but not actually a hippie. Like hippies, they don't know the right things to use, and she's a hippie in the sense that she uses the remedies, but she actually knows what to use.
Okay, so first thing first, so today's, I don't know if you can still see some. Okay, this is COVID-19 natural home remedies. Okay, the first thing first is the disclaimer for today's video, live stream, that I am
This
not.
may not work for everybody as well.
I am not a medical. It will work for everybody.
We are not medical professionals.
We're not medical professionals. I am not a medical professional. Whatever we talking about today is our past experiences with really bad cases of flu and pneumonia, and things that you can take at home and that you can still purchase, because nobody actually, I would say maybe 99.9999% don't even purchase half of this stuff. People go and buy toilet paper and crazy. Okay, well, we're gonna talk about it later, because we will talk about the crazy stuff at the end of the video that people actually do right now. And I have heard a story today as well, so I'm gonna tell you at the end. So the disclaimer is we're not medical professional. That if you are gonna use, especially when I'm gonna talk about herbs and things like garlic, which I didn't bring the garlic from the fridge. Virginia, will you be able to get it while I start talking to people? Thank you. And yeah, I lost my thought. Okay, so what was I saying?
You're talking about garlic.
Okay, yeah. So Virginia's gonna get the garlic because I brought it's show and tell, as I said, in the community tab. So we're gonna show you the stuff that I have at home. I'm gonna show you the stuff that I just recently bought at the store that I was out, that I usually have at home on hand, because I know that these remedies are great for any type of colds and flu and viruses. And my lungs are usually very affected because I already have a case of bronchitis, so I have problems with breathing and stuff like that. So I use a lot of these remedies to help me breathe. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you for joining us. Sorry we started this. Well, I was gonna do it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've had two dogs come in today, and I'm doing dog sitting. So I'll put the link below the video for those of you who want to make some cash. Okay, so you can go and you can get Rover. All right, you can make some extra cash. It is helpful when it comes in, and it's helped us in a lot of situations. So okay, so long story short, we're gonna go on. We're gonna start on this. Virginia, would you be able to get the garlic from the fridge?
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm just sharing
Okay,
this stuff.
and maybe one of those onions, red onions that is on. You know where it is?
That
No.
is on the what?
Okay, yeah, never mind then. Okay, so some things I won't show. You know how onion looks and how garlic looks. So, okay. So most basic and important. Excuse me. So I wanted to tell you that there is a possibility that I already had this virus twice. Okay, both of us. We were twice very, very ill. Once in December, once in January. We could have had it. Okay, and not know about it. We were super, super ill. I never went to the doctor because knew it was virus. So those of you who don't know, prescription antibiotics will not for a virus. All right, so you guys got to know that getting a prescription is not going to help you. It's going to make things worse. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so one of the first, I may be getting it again. I already had 2 pneumonias. Water is one of the biggest things. Okay, so moist throat, and I will talk about it. Just wanted to mention. All right. First thing first, most basic and important, adequate sleep. Okay, people don't think, oh, you just sleep. What are you talking about? Okay, the sleep is important because if you have enough sleep, your body recuperates when you sleep. Okay, your body does not heal itself, it does not recover and build cells while you're awake. It happens while you sleep. So especially while why people sleep a lot when they're sick, or they're really, really
They
weak.
haven't slept in 24 hours.
They sleep more because the body needs it, and the body lets you know that you really need that sleep. Okay, so adequate sleep, each person is different. I would say, like, especially if you're sick, you have to sleep extra hours. You have to, even if if you have trouble, stop that. If you have trouble sleeping, then you need to find a way. We have a lot of, actually, I have put out a sleep video right now for people with epilepsy. It's an amazing video, guys. If you have trouble sleeping, if you have anxiety and insomnia, this is a video for you. Okay, and it's 12
Garlic and
hours.
onion.
I thought you were gonna bring the whole. Okay, you know what? I bought this much
Yes,
of
she
garlic.
brought a lot of garlic, but
Okay.
I can't bring that all at once.
Oh, okay.
There was a lot. Okay. It was a
Okay,
huge bag. Okay, it was too much. to
that's
carry.
one. That's one bag. I bought.
It was
three
one
huge
bag,
bags of
and it was
garlic.
like huge like this. I
Okay,
thought
and-
about bringing it, but I'm like, no, that's.
And I'll
that's too
tell
much.
you, and I'll tell you later why I bought so much garlic. Yeah, I'll tell you later. You gotta stick around.
So
okay?
onion and garlic. You know they're both of the same family.
Yes. Okay, so I
So
will
they're
talk about.
relatives.
We will talk about the remedies like that. We can how
Yeah.
to use it.
So where do I put this?
Not just, oh, you can just put it anywhere, honey. Put it there. You can put it back after. Okay, so it's not just what to take, it's how to take it, because even though those are natural remedies, it
You can
does
put
not.
garlic on everything, even in your fruit smoothie. You won't taste the garlic.
Yes,
if it's in your fruit
we will
smoothie.
talk about it when we come to it. We will tell people about each. Okay, so right now I'm talking about adequate sleep. Okay, so Virginia can tell you about adequate sleep, and I can also tell you, because I know that if I don't sleep enough, I don't have. I have fibromyalgia and I have a lot of health issues. So if I don't sleep enough, my body is not strong enough throughout the day to do things. Okay, and the reason why I have gotten sick, like so sick, is because I was not sleeping enough. Go ahead.
Also, if you don't sleep enough, you become very, very cranky. And it's not just you, it's me too. It's everybody. I think it's
Yes.
everybody.
So adequate sleep as a first, guys. You have to understand that body has a natural way of healing, and a sleep is super important. Okay, this is your natural way of healing. You only heal when you're sleeping. You need to understand, and you need to put a really big emphasis on that. So this is gonna be not just your help if you get sick or when you get sick. This is also help as a prevention. All right.
Okay, Sophie says Zicam is a branded series of products marketed for cold and allergy relief whose original formulations including the element zinc. Okay, so what we're talking about is like natural, not just like pills.
Oh, we will talk about pills as well. Okay?
Okay.
This is about natural. We'll talk about pills and the effectiveness, okay, as help in addressing the problem.
Okay, so she said it's labeled as an unapproved homeopathic product and as such has no evidence of effectiveness.
Okay, what's
Taken from
what is
Wikipedia.
the name? Because I didn't
Zicam.
never heard of it. Okay, I can't comment on that because
We've
Sophie,
never had it.
has that worked
I
for
mean-
you? Like, I mean, if you're mentioning, I guess obviously you've either heard of it or this is something new that came out. Okay, so second thing, fresh air and proper ventilation. Okay, it is proven that when people are sick, and especially when we're addressing a virus, this has to do with the pandemics. When it was happening, when people are enclosed, enclosed environment, and there's a lot of people in that environment, they're all gonna get super sick. There's no ventilation. The virus is just circulating. You're just ingesting more and more. So proper ventilation, fresh air, being outside as much as you can is your best thing. Even if you're sick, if you live in the area where it's warm enough to be outside, the more time you spend outside and in the sunshine, which I will talk about in a minute, the better off you're gonna be. Okay, so your most and the biggest remedies are the natural way of living healthy. Okay, sleep, ventilation, sunshine, water. Okay, well, we'll talk about water as well. So proper ventilation, you guys go ahead and check Google for fresh air and ventilation when it comes to viruses, and where in the pandemics people got super sick, especially the soldiers and the army, where they were in in the ships and stuff. They all got super sick, so they all got better when they put them outside in tents. Okay, so ventilation, fresh air, and sunshine. Virginia, can you stop? What are you doing?
He's like being everywhere.
Just don't pay attention.
He got stuck. He got stuck in.
Okay, excuse
around...
me, because we are watching these dogs. This is our dog Zena making all this noise, and I'm gonna close the door so I can prevent this from happening.
It's not gonna prevent her from making noise. It's just gonna.
Okay, so next thing on the list of healthy way of dealing with a virus, okay, like that. So flu virus, severe flu virus. I have gotten better, even though I was super sick. You know how I grew up in Europe. People say, "Oh yeah, you should stay in bed and make sure that you're in bed all the time." This is not how you get better. I got better when I had to go outside. When I had to go outside, like actually
got your vitamin D.
When I went out in fresh air, my breathing was better. I could breathe better, and so even with like pneumonia and stuff, I had to go outside because can you stop? Nobody else is gonna do it for me. So no, I want it free.
You want it slapping me.
I want to feel free. Is it slapping you?
Yeah, every time you go like this, it slaps my arm.
Okay, sorry about that.
And I'm already sweaty.
All right, so I didn't even have time to put my
Girl, your hair
on.
is scraped back.
My makeup, nothing. Okay. So anyways, so sunshine. Okay, sunshine is important. Why?
You are my sunshine.
Vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D is your natural, not just prevention. So if you're not sick yet, okay, stay outside be outside as much as you can. Okay, be outside, get your vitamin D. The pill is not gonna do as good as of a job.
Because the body doesn't absorb the pill
the natural way. Okay, so
the body doesn't absorb like the whole pill. It only gives you a fraction of what the pill gives you.
Okay.
What the pill has. Oh, wait. I was gonna say something about vitamin D. Okay, so even the song tells you how great sunshine is, because it says, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine."
This is about somebody.
You make me happy.
Okay, so
see, sunshine makes you happy.
Yes, it's a happy pill as well. Okay, being outside,
natural happy
sleep,
pill,
adequate sleep. So adequate sleep, fresh air, sunshine. Those are the remedies that are gonna help you feel better. Okay, they're gonna bring you're gonna be better physically, you're gonna be better emotionally. You're gonna bring vitamin D with the sunshine, okay, which is absorbed, by the way, through the skin. So that's why vitamin D is so important, to be outside in the sun. If you're in a warm area, just take as much clothing off as possible, because to absorb vitamin D,
except for when you're recording videos like this, then you can't take as much clothes as possible off.
Okay, so the vitamin D is absorbed through the skin. You just take as much as you can. Do not wash it off when you get home. Okay, so don't go home and take a shower right away. Don't go outside between
what's the time for at least
between 10 and 2. Okay, those are the worst times. So don't be outside in the sun at that time, because you're gonna get burned. That's not
you're gonna get the UV rays.
Okay, so that's not the thing. Okay, if you're putting the creams, don't put the sunscreen, because you want that vitamin D. So you be out in the sun between the time when the sun comes out until, I would say, about 10. Okay, they say 11 and 2, but right now I would say until about 10, or tops 11.
No, they say between 10 and 2.
Okay,
and 10 and 3.
And then I would say after 3 o'clock, because that's how I found out for myself that I got the best suntan after 3 o'clock p.m. Okay, that I didn't have to put any sunscreen on because I hardly ever do. If you take a lot of greens, chlorophyll, and if you like the greens,
It's natural sun
it's your
protection.
natural protection from the sun. Okay, so you don't really need that. Um, I really wanted to talk about this because this is a super important as a remedy for you, not just as a remedy, as a prevention as well. Okay, there are people who are super healthy, they're outside all the time, you know, that they're like, you know, they're always outside, and oh, why are these people, they're always like, you know, outside, they're super healthy. It's because of that. All right. So next thing on the list, excuse me. Oh, I forgot to mention vitamin D is necessary. So vitamin D and I can't think when this guy is making noise. Okay, so vitamin D is necessary for all, like every function of your body. Okay, this build the bones, for every function. It works together with everything. You need it to be healthy, and you're building immunity with the vitamin D. If you haven't had a supplement, is great. Which I actually haven't put supplements here yet on the list. Virginia, will you remind me, or you can write down on the board when you come back, you can write down supplements on the bottom of the board because I didn't put it down yet. All right, so this was like something that I quickly prepared.
Vitamin D is important for absorption of calcium.
Okay, so we already
shut
talk
up.
about. So I was already talking about sleep here. So remedies, you have sleep, adequate for immunity. Virginia, we were supposed to close that
I
door.
did close
No,
it.
you didn't. This is closed.
You
Okay.
mean your door? You said
All right.
that door.
So sleep, you need to have adequate sleep to have strong immunity. Fresh air, ventilation. Remember, be outside. Open your windows at home. Okay. If you are too weak to go outside, if you have access to a wheelchair, have your family member take you outside. Okay.
If possible. Or
If
you can
possible.
always have a friend who's willing to take you outside if you don't,
Okay.
if you don't have
Or
family.
or and not or have your windows open. Like I have my windows open 24/7. I only close them if it's like super cold outside and windy and the wind is coming in and it's like, you know, gets too cold in the winter, or there's like noise or there's pollution or something. We live in a building, so there's a lot of stuff. All right.
I
or
just saw my
or
yawn.
other people smoke. Okay.
You mean
so-
when other people smoke?
Okay, fresh air, ventilation, where you take sunshine, vitamin D. Okay, so next thing on the list is water. Okay, water.
Make sure your water is. Make sure your water is healthy water. If you're taking it from the tap, boil it first.
Okay, I wanted to talk about tap water. Okay.
Especially now because the water, it doesn't seem like they're.
Okay, guys, this is a pandemic. Okay, this is a pandemic. We are at that point, I believe so. The water from the tap. Okay, I know I went to the store. There's no water left. So the next thing we're gonna do is when I get the chance, when these dogs, you know, they're taken back home. Oh, what's going on? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. uh, so when these dogs go back home, uh, we're gonna go and get water in springs. Okay. When I opened the tap, it smelled like I smelled poop.
You smelled sewage.
I smelled sewage, and I'm thinking, what did one of the dogs poop in the house or something? You know, I went. I went around the house and I said, I don't smell it anywhere else other than in a sink. And I said, well, usually like it smelled like eggs or sewage or something like that. And then I opened the water again, and then the smell comes again. So, guys, if you don't have money and there's no water, you have no access to any other water than the water from the tap, boil it first and then freeze it. Okay, those are your two preventions. Boiling,
Or
usually,
wait till it cools off till it's room temperature, because
well, yeah,
they're
then you freeze it.
recommending not to drink frozen, like, cold water, because you're more susceptible to the virus.
Okay, freeze it. Okay, so boil it first and freeze it to kill the bacteria and the viruses. All right, that's how it happens. So boil it. Don't just bring it to boil. Make sure it's the water is actually boiling. Pull
Bubbling.
it off. Put it in your bottles that you have at home, and then put it in a freezer. And then, yeah, detail it obviously, and then drink it. Okay. Do not drink tap water. All right. I do
Yeah,
not
don't you
recommend.
mean don't drink tap water by itself?
Yeah. Okay.
That's, you have to sterilize it. That's sterilize it.
Okay. So let me see water. So drink all the time. If you get infected, when you get infected, you drink water all the time. Your throat and
It'll make your mouth
it
dry.
has to be moist at all times because this virus dries up your mouth and dries up the respiratory. Okay, it needs to
That's why
be
you get a
wet.
dry cough.
It needs to be all moist so you can so it's easier to expel, so it's easier for your body to work with fluids to get rid of the virus. All
To
right.
flush out the fluids. To flush out the virus.
Exactly. Mouth, plenty of water, like drink it all the time. There is no limit on water that you can drink. Don't drink a liter at once because that that can cause death. All right, but drink a
A
lot.
liter within 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That can cause that.
Yeah, so drink a lot of water, all the water you want, clean water, either from the store, either from a natural springs if you have in your area. You're taking a risk too, but if there's, like, I went to the store, there was no water left. All right, there's no water left in the store, and
Or toilet paper.
that was 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if we'll talk about people going nuts at the end of the video. All right, so water is one of your biggest remedies. Okay, and also, okay, as one of your biggest remedies, it's normally it's free. Now people have to pay for it, but so like I said, we boil it, then you put it in the freezer. Like, even this is a store bought. I still put it in the freezer, okay, because they bottle these waters and I don't know what's in it. Okay, so I freeze these. The one I boil, I refill. I wash the bottles. Okay, disinfect the bottles. One of the best disinfectants, which I didn't put down here, are what's the acid? Vinegar, vinegar, and baking soda. Okay, so your
Okay,
disinfectants.
I have something
didn't
that
put it on.
Sophie said. She says everyone ought to relax and not panic, as that will only make the situation worse. You are very correct, because anything, if this is a doomsday situation eventually, then people shouldn't panic. All the doomsday movies tell us that we shouldn't panic, because the people who panic are the ones that who die first, because they don't know what to do, because they're busy panicking. They're not taking time to be calm and think about the solution and how to get to that solution.
Okay, so here I added at the bottom of the list disinfectants, which you probably don't see. That's okay. I will take a picture, you guys. I'm gonna post it on the.
Alcohol, vinegar, baking soda.
So your disinfectants are
Garlic is also a
alcohol,
disinfectant.
vinegar, and baking soda. And why was I talking about the vinegar?
Because it's an acid. To disinfect the bottles?
Okay, yes. So when you drink, disinfect the bottles. You wash it, and make sure that you wash it with vinegar. Okay, if you have vinegar at home. I mean, if you don't, go and buy it now. All right.
If it's still in the store.
Yes, because you disinfect it. You're probably gonna have to be reusing your bottles, so it's important. Either use baking soda or alcohol, which alcohol you want to make sure that you wash it well as well afterwards. But vinegar, baking soda, are usually the stuff that people have at home, okay, which I have, like I always stock up on vinegar, baking soda, and alcohol not so much. Like I don't really use it a lot, but I only use it, for small things, like if you need to disinfect something. But yeah. Okay, so I was talking about the water boiling. Disinfect your bottles, then you pour your cooled off water. Make sure the water is not hot, because then it's gonna absorb they say it's BPA free, but still you don't want any.
Does it say it's BPA free?
Yeah, these bottles, yeah, they do. And
Are
they
you
just
sure?
like, yes. And then they so you don't want it to be standing in the sun. You don't want the water to be hot when you're putting it in. So cool it off, then put it in the freezer, then drink it. Hopefully not too cold, okay? Don't drink it frozen. All right. So next thing with the water, one of your biggest remedies when you get really, really sick, okay, it's hot baths, hot showers, okay, hot baths and hot showers. Those are the ones that are gonna bring moisture, okay. They're gonna bring moisture in your
They're gonna open your
whole body.
pores so that your pores can release, get rid of the toxins in your body.
They're gonna help you breathe. If you have pneumonia, those are the best remedies, okay.
Any congestion will
The
It will help to get
congestion
rid of
is
congestion.
gonna help you to get that moisture that you need for your breathing, for your passages, breathing passages.
So Sophie said there have been many pandemics, all of which we as humans have tolerated and survived. I have a comment on that. Okay, so in past pandemics, people still have freaked out, but I think that people are freaking out so much more now is because we have social media. People are talking about it constantly on Twitter, whatever. Twitter, YouTube, everything.
People are freaking out just the same, honey. The only reason why we know it is because we can see it.
The only reason why
people share it now.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we are sharing this with you because we have had a lot of past experience. Like I personally had so many illnesses, and it's so close to, like, I think dying. All right.
That you felt like it.
That as I said, you going back to your room? Tired? Are you feeling sick? You feeling hot?
Yeah, there's no air in here.
You're not gonna continue?
I'll continue.
Okay, so Virginia's gonna go cool off a little bit, because I had to put the thing behind, and she's gonna cool off, and then she's gonna come back and gonna get some fresh air. Okay. I can't put the fan on right now because then you guys are not gonna be able to hear me. All right, so Virginia, she took off. Okay, I hope she's gonna continue on making sure that she talks to you guys. Just continue to be a moderator, please. Excuse me. All right, whatever. Okay, so hot bath, showers. Now, no, I ask you to continue to be a moderator, Han. So you can talk to people? All right. Okay, so show and tell. All right, so vaporizer. Okay, if you guys have a vaporizer.
I have the volume on
right. So I have a vaporizer here. There are different types of vaporizers. I don't know if you can see it. This one I've been using all throughout the winter. I used it all the time. Now there are different ones. Make sure there's enough vapor coming in. So this thing, if you put it on high, this whole container will be empty in like a couple of hours. So I usually put it on for the night. I would wake up at night and I would refill this. So when you're especially sick with the flu that is super, super hard, you have to have this thing going 24/7. It's the best thing. Okay, it's gonna be hot, it's gonna be humid, but this is one of your best remedies, okay, as well. So there are vaporizers. I don't want this thing to fall down because I don't want to break this. Okay, So there are vaporizers. There are no. This is a humidifier. Sorry, I think I called it a vaporizer. There are vaporizers, which actually are cheaper than this, and they actually just blow the whole bunch of vapor. You can probably purchase it for anywhere from 15 to $20, the cheap ones, and then put a lot of vapor. Make sure you don't get burned in your air. Okay, so this is also if it's still like harsh winter, because it could be anywhere in the world, then that's one of your best cold remedies and prevention in the winter time. And then use it like 24/7 if you get sick. Okay, that's my personal, guys, you have to do this. You take hot showers. You are okay if you take a shower, hot shower. You're all like sweaty and stuff. It's actually healthy for you. You're washing off the bacteria, the virus off of you. You are providing the moisture and a better ease up breathing to the lungs, and you are providing that um, excuse me, and you are washing off. Okay, you're helping your body to cleanse. All right, the body is getting rid of the toxins as well through the skin. So if you wash your skin, you have a little bit more a room for the skin to be able to get rid of more toxins. All right, so keep clean. All right, showers, vaporizer. So basin, I was going to talk about basin since it's show and tell. Where's my stuff? Okay, so I only brought a small one. Okay, I brought a small basin. Obviously I have a big one, but uh couldn't find it. I was in a hurry. All right, and where's my towel? I don't know where the towel is. Okay. So the idea here, oh, this is the towel. Okay. So the idea here is, and if you have epilepsy, guys, you have seizures, I do not recommend this for people who have epilepsy. So please do not do this if you have seizures, all right? This is only for your family members, for people who don't have them. Put hot water. You can put chamomile. You can boil chamomile and put like a chamomile here, or you can just put hot water, throw a little bit of like a teaspoon of chamomile here, because chamomile is gonna help you to bring a little bit of moisture. It's moisturizing, and it's antiseptic. Okay, and then as you have hot water, you're not holding it. It will be on a table or something, and then this is a very old remedy. Okay, the Spanish flu. That's what people did. All right, and then you put it like that. All right, you put it on your head. You make sure this towel is a little bit small, but you put a big towel and you like make sure, and then you just breathe it in as hot as you can, so don't get burned. You breathe it in for as long as you can. All right, 10-15 minutes at a time. All right, now for those of you who have seizures, epilepsy, there are things that I don't know if you may even have this at home. There is, I think I wrote it down here so I wouldn't forget. Um, no, I didn't. So there are facial vaporizers, facial spa, things that you can put your face in it, and it's made obviously for people not to get burned, but it brings the moisture to your face. Okay, so it's for facial spa, but it will help you to get that same effect as you would from the basin with hot water and a towel over your head without getting burned. Okay, so for those of you who want, I would suggest to get that. I'm actually gonna put the links for a few of these things that I have mentioned here under the video. If you guys are in Europe, I will put it for Europe, for USA, and for Canada. Okay. Um, okay. So next thing. So make sure that you have that moisture. That you do the hot bath. That you do the vaporizer. that your family members, those who don't have seizures, do the basin. And guys, if you have money and you can buy a facial spa, I would highly recommend it. Now, some people can't, they don't have the money to go out and buy a whole bunch of things. Okay, so for those of you who don't have the money, let's say all this stuff is already out of the stores, just boil water on top of your stove in a big pot, and just boil it and just let it go all over your apartment. Okay, just kind of, can direct it with a towel or whatever. Make sure it circulates, that you have that moisture. All right, I've done it in the past, and it's a little long way to come to the bedroom, but it will still help, especially if you're like walking around and throughout the day. This will help you as you're cooking, as if you're not cooking, whatever, you're in the area. It will help you breathe. It will help you keep the moisture necessary to combat, for your body's natural way of combating the virus. All right, and it's obviously doesn't cost other than having to pay for the hydro, of course. Okay, so yes, remember to boil and freeze the water. Okay, I am, especially with the times where, in the times of pandemic, you don't want to take chances, because the virus will get into the water. Okay, even if nobody puts it there on purpose, if the virus will get into the water. Okay, all right, so I'm telling you guys, our water smells like sewers. It smelled like sewers since yesterday, and I'm even scared. Like, I have to wash my fruits and vegetables right now. I'm either washing them with vinegar or baking soda. Okay, depends what it is. And those are the things. If you guys can go to the store, buy the baking soda, buy the natural one, and buy vinegar. All right, you don't have to buy expensive vinegar. The pure white vinegar is the best thing. All right, next thing on the list is clean foods and drinks. Okay, I cannot stress enough how important it is what you eat and what you drink, especially if you're sick. So, as a prevention, this is great. And if you get sick, this is a must. Okay, so this is an absolute must. You avoid dairy completely. Okay, dairy produces mucus in your body. Okay, you guys have your own choice. If you cannot, let the cheese go, and you are super sick, that thing is gonna clog you with so much phlegm that you're not gonna be able to breathe. And I speak from past experience, because I used to love cheese, and cheese was my favorite, and I would like always eat cheese and drink milk, and those are the worst things that you can actually have as food and drink if you get sick, if you have flu, and if you get pneumonia. Absolutely avoid it. Don't take that thing. You can live without it, for a short time. If you want to live, and if you get the virus, you avoid this thing like plague. Okay, like plague. And that's a pun for you, right? And it's meant to be. Okay, so avoid meat and any hard to digest foods. Okay, so meat is very hard to digest. Anything that's really really hard to digest, it's the worst things are dairy and meat. I would strongly advise against eating meat. If you guys have to, cut it in half. Okay, cut the amounts of half on in half, because your body does not have to use that extra energy that's gonna need to process the food. It's gonna use it instead on, making sure that you get better. Okay, um, remember, everything requires energy. So when you eat, your body needs energy to digest the food, to process it. Okay, if you're eating light, it's the best thing for you. It's raw fruits and vegetables. Okay, providing they are a healthy source. All right, and stay away from inflammatory foods like bread, pasta, any like grains. Like people think, oh, all these cereals are, I saw people going nuts in the store buying cereals and stuff. This is the worst thing for you. Okay, this is the worst thing for you if you want to be combating this virus, because those foods are inflammatory foods. You have to stay away. It will produce phlegm. Sugar is really really bad for you. Okay, so stay away from sugar, dairy, meat, hard to digest foods, and inflammatories like flour, bread, pasta. Those things, you stay away from it. Okay. You okay with potatoes? Like people think, oh yeah, potatoes are starch. No, not all the starches are bad for you. Okay, so natural starches. If you guys have, like, I'm pretty sure, like right now, squash is probably still cheap. Okay, squash is a great food. It does not have like starch in it, so it's a really good anti-inflammatory food. It's not anti-inflammatory, but it does not produce inflammation. So when you eat that, people who have to stay away from pasta and all those and flour and things, they eat squash. So you guys buy squash and eat that, okay? Excuse me. So this is on clean foods and drinks. Stay away from soft drinks. I saw somebody just bought like 3 boxes of cans of soft drinks. This is poison. You're poisoning your body. How do you want your body to get rid of, not to get rid of a virus if you are poisoning with poison? Okay, so like I'm not gonna get into it. We have a couple of videos that I've talked in the past about sodas and stuff, and about foods and things that are good for you and that are bad for you for epilepsy, and sodas are bad for you for anything. Okay, I'm not going to get into that if you right now, but they have toxic stuff in them that are not good. They're very acid and they're very very bad. So water, tea. Okay, now if you don't have, let's say you don't have money to buy herbal teas, okay, because I do want to talk about situations where people don't have the access to the cash, which I mean at this point, like I totally exhausted all of my cash, and we have like I have no money to buy anything else. All right, so I did go with my like credit card. I bought stuff with the last what was left on it. I bought the herbs. Okay, I bought the herbs with that because I know this is my way of protecting myself, of getting better. And I bought garlic and onions and stuff, of protecting myself, and being able to recuperate from the virus. Okay, if necessary. They are right now. They are saying that I think that everybody's going to get the virus, on Earth. Okay, everybody's going to get the virus. The ones that they think that didn't get it is probably the ones that were strong enough that it doesn't show symptoms, because that's what it is. You guys already know all about it because everybody, like all the media is talking about it. So you know that some people don't even show symptoms, or they have very mild symptoms. They just cough a little bit. They are still carriers of the virus, and but they don't think that they got it. Okay, which I think pretty much, I think everybody is going to deal with the virus, only not everybody is going to get sick or die. All right. um Excuse me, I'm going to have some. Okay, I need the moisture as a prevention for you as well, guys. Start drinking water. Excuse me. If you have access to tap water, I'm going to repeat again for those of you who just came in. Boil it and freeze it, okay, before you drink it. Now, excuse me. So, clean food and drinks. Next thing, spices. So, natural home remedies. I'm talking about natural home remedies. We're going to talk about spices that you already have in the kitchen, spices that you can go and buy in the store, and go buy it before other people do. Because I actually didn't put I didn't put ginger here because I went to the store. So ginger's not on the list, but it's one of the ginger. Sorry, ginger. So ginger is one of good fighting fighting colds and flu remedies. I have a little bit of dry ginger at home, but I went to the store. We usually have like a mountain of ginger in the store. I went everything empty. The guy said we don't have any. We don't know when we're gonna get some. And the ginger from the dry, where the dry ginger is, it was completely empty. So I guess some people know that ginger is good for that. So spices. Start with garlic. Okay. As a person with so much experience from the time I was a child, when my mother was preparing the garlic, only the way she did it when I was a child. So they do it with honey and milk, warm, like crushed up garlic, and then they give it to the children to drink. No milk, okay, guys, because that produces mucus, and people didn't. I mean, a lot of people don't know that. So, what I do with the garlic right now, I crush it, and I mean, we'll make it in a like if we're making fruit or veggie smoothies, you put garlic in it. You will get used to the taste. Okay, if you don't want the smoothies, crush it, put it in your food, mix it with your food. It will add flavor. Make sure it's raw. Okay, the garlic has to be raw to be effective because it's a natural anti-inflammatory. It will help you to expel the phlegm. Okay, when I was so super sick, you know, I had to, when I told you I had to go outside because I had to go to the store, I actually didn't have garlic left. So I was using over-the-counter antihistamines, and that's not always good. I'm actually going to talk about it in a bit. That actually not good for you because it kind of just curbs, makes everything asleep. So it does not help you to expel the phlegm, which means your body is not really getting rid of the virus because you're not throwing it out. The moment the body is expelling the virus and expelling the toxins, it's how it's going to get better. All right. But it did help me with the symptoms because the symptoms were really super bad. So, that's something to consider. I have actually bought extra. I have no more money to go and buy stuff in the store. So, right now, we're just going to have what we have. I have a little bit of antihistamines left for, to help us with the like really, really bad symptoms when it comes to like breathing and stuff. That's your help. Okay, it's not a preventative remedy because it isn't. Okay, it's just something to help you to get through your illness, and that's all it is. Okay, people always think it's a medication. It's not a medicine. It's just something to help you to get through and to curb the symptoms of the virus. All right. Excuse me. So yeah, no, I have this thing in the throat, and it's getting really bad. Okay, so spices, garlic, raw garlic, raw. Okay, when you go to onions, yes, you can eat them cooked. Everybody loves. You can when you cook. Yeah, you are welcome to fry onions and garlic together. You fry it with your food. Put it in your food, but also include raw garlic in your food. Okay. Now with the onions, you can make your onion cold remedy, which is a very old remedy. I have not used it much. My mom used to make this. Okay. So you cut up onions, just raw onions, cut it up as small as you can, and then you put sugar. Okay, you put a little bit of onions, you sugar, onions, sugar, onions, sugar, and just onions and sugar in a jar. Okay, and then you let it stand. Okay, I'm pretty sure you cover it because I haven't actually made it in a long time, so my memory is really good. But so this is an old. You can look it up on Google. All right, how to make this remedy. I am not a fan of onions. I have problems with pancreas, so I have stayed away from onions, okay, because of the pancreas. That's for you guys who have that problem, to keep it in mind, okay? So garlic, going back to garlic, raw garlic with everything. This is what has saved me from my last two really bad pneumonias. I had to go back to the store twice. Actually, I told you I felt better when I went outside, okay? Like my daughter was sick as well, so she couldn't go out anywhere. And almost instantly, as soon as I went out, I felt better, okay? First of all, because it was more moisture outside, all right? So I got the moisture. I got, because I was so sick, so I was not always putting, enough of the vapor in the room. But you guys, you have to put, that is a must, okay? Because if you get super, super sick, even as tired as you are, and as as super, super tired and in pain as you are, and feel so sick you don't want to do anything, this is a must. You have to go and do it, okay? So refill your vaporizer, your humidifier. If you don't have the money to purchase one, you don't have one at home, make sure that you pay, or somebody's watching that boiling water on top of the stove, because I have put boiling water on top of the stove and forgot about it many times. All right, that's dangerous. So you make sure that somebody's watching it, somebody's awake, to make sure, either to replenish the pot or to turn it off in time. Okay. um where are we? Spices, okay. Cayenne pepper, okay. Those are the little red, but they're slim, so they look like slim, long peppers, but they're really tiny. They're about this size. Some of them are bigger. I think those are genetically altered, but the normal ones are about this big. Um, do I have? No, okay. I didn't bring the. Oh, I should have brought the. What I bought in a store 3 days ago when I went. I bought. They didn't have the actual cayenne peppers dried, so I bought the powder, which is just as effective. Okay, so you can put it in food as you cook it. You can also use a tip of it when you're making a tea. So as a hot tea or mix it with a tea, only use as much as like a small, what would equal to a small cayenne pepper. Okay, so small dried up cayenne pepper, even a fresh one if you have. Okay, because you could be living in the area where you guys have that stuff fresh. And people may not know it, so this there could still be in the store. You can buy fresh ones, you can buy dry ones, you can buy the ones that are in powder. Okay, so if the powder, you have a little teaspoon, you're only gonna get like a tip of the teaspoon, super, super small tip, because that's gonna be super strong. It is very hot. Okay, but this is also gonna help you in it's super good for colds and flu. All right, so you can mix it with your tea, your favorite tea. Okay, and I was gonna say, for those of you who don't have money to go and purchase a whole bunch of herbs, just drink tea as an alternative to your um oh, I didn't put lemons here. Okay, just remember that, lemons. Okay, so I'm gonna add lemons. Okay, so as an alternative to your herbal teas, if you don't have money to buy herbs, yeah, drink tea. Now what I did, uh, tea with lemon is a great cold remedy. It's a great preventative remedy, and it's used in Europe a lot. Drink it as hot as you can. Cut up lemons in little slices. You can buy them dried up lemons as well, excuse me. But it's best with the skin. So make sure that they're really, really washed really well. So you get rid of the pesticides and stuff that they spray them with. You can use baking soda to soak them, okay, in the baking soda for 15 to 20 minutes, and just wash off the 10 minutes, and then just scrub them and wash off the pesticides off of the lemons. Virginia, are you okay? Okay, so I'm just making sure because my dog barks really loud when she's having seizures. All right, so yeah, where was I? Okay, so I was still at the spices. Okay, so a lot of you have these spices at home and you don't know that those are actually your cold remedies. All right, so another one is ginger, which I forgot before to put it down. So ginger tea. Raw ginger is best, so you can grate raw ginger into your food. All of these things, the best way is the natural raw in a natural form. The second best is dried herb, okay, and the third best is cooked. But you're killing the properties once you cook the stuff. You're killing how I don't know, half or part or most of the properties, okay? But so there you go. Oregano. You can make a tea of oregano, okay? You can drink it. I have, you know how they were selling oregano oil in the store? I hate that thing. It's like even when I'm sick, like that thing, like just they say it's good for your lungs, but that thing just I always detested it. So I could not use that oil, but I love the herb. Okay, so I added the herb to the food. You add herb to your soups. You're making soups. They're very, very good for colds. So your teas, your soups, which I didn't soups. I didn't put it here, but I should. So you guys, you add soups to your list, okay? And so teas, soups. You have oregano. Those are great. Basil, okay, and basil. And there is one that I didn't put down here, which I put here, which is marjoram. Okay, marjoram is a herb and spice that is add actually in it's very vastly used in Europe. That is very good for it's very good for sweating. Okay, so if you need to bring your fever down and you need to sweat a lot, you can drink a tea of marjoram. You can actually just make it into a tea. You can put it in your soup. Oh, it's delicious soup. My mother cooked with marjoram, and I grew up with it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so all those spices and then basil. I love sweet basil. There's a holy basil is actually listed as a herb for which I didn't add here. So as a holy basil is listed as a herb for flu and for colds. All right, so you guys add it up to your list. Holy, check. Hold on, holy uh, basil. Okay, it looks like scribble. Sorry about that. Okay, so peppermint. Okay, most people of you have peppermint. I love to buy natural peppermint. I love to have it in a tea. My daughter loves peppermint tea. Make sure you don't overdo it at once. Okay. So, oh yeah, this is something that I need to talk to about putting a lid on some of these that you cannot use too much of. Because if you take too much, it can actually make you very, very sick. Okay. So, peppermint is wonderful. It's great for colds, it's great for adding food, but only add a few leaves. Okay, a few leaves to your, let's say, to your food. If you're using it raw, if you're putting it into smoothies, put in your food. You can put it in your soup. It's best if you just eat the leaves and then drink the soup after, because it's really really nice. And I wanted to go back to so basil, oregano as herbs. Like you don't want to overdo it with the cayenne because it's really really hot spice. Okay, so that's why I was saying only use a tip if it's dry cayenne. Only use a tip of a teaspoon. All right, in your tea, or if you're putting it in your food, you can put it in your soups. You can cook with it. All right, which is super good as well. Now, I want to advise caution when it comes to garlic. It is the one of the best remedies that I have used, especially in pneumonia. Okay, to bring out a phlegm and to help because it's antiseptic and it's a natural antibiotic. You have to be careful, even if, okay, you won't be able to eat a lot of it when it's raw because it will, first of all, it has to be crushed because otherwise it's going to burn your insides. You can push it back so you can pass. Close the door, please.
He's on that end.
I don't care. Oh, then bring them back. It's just probably gonna make noise. Okay, so crush the garlic, mix it with food so it does not burn your inside, and use 1 to 2 cloves. Okay, depending on how big the cloves are. The garlic Virginia brought is a small garlic, but they have these huge garlic heads. I think they're genetically altered. I can't. I don't know. I didn't read the labels, but you, it's okay as long as I don't make noise. Just it's okay for now. Just let him be over there, because he wants to be close to Zena.
He wants to smell.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but Zena's playing with them.
Doesn't matter. Okay, so be very careful. Garlic brings down the fever. So you're addressing the fever. It also brings down your blood pressure.
It's also
So-
very tasty.
Any one of those of you who have high blood pressure, so the garlic is actually very good on a daily basis. You have to be careful not to
I have
use
to fix
more
this.
than 2 cloves at once, because it can bring your blood pressure significantly. If you already have a low blood pressure, it can make you very, very sick. Okay, so do not eat huge amounts at once. You can spread it out throughout all of your meals. So let's say we eat 3 meals a day, which we don't.
You can have
Usually, we
clove-
eat
If you have
usually.
if you have low blood pressure like I do, then I would say have 1 clove chopped in 1 meal, and then like if you have 3 meals a day, just 1 clove for each meal.
If you're sick, use 2 cloves. Okay. If
Yeah.
you're really, really sick and you need to bring that phlegm out, you need to bring your fever down, and you need to kill the bacteria. This is a natural antiseptic and it's antibiotic. So you use, as you will know, you will know by how your body feels. But if you're starting out, okay, so this is just my word of caution. Do not take more than 2 cloves at once. Okay, I'm used to it, so I have eaten 3 of those big ones. That was too much for me.
You'll feel lightheaded
And
if you
I
take
have-
too much at once.
I have high blood pressure, so even that 3 was too much for me. So 2 is the best.
I have a comment. Okay, so when you were talking about things to avoid, you just said sugar. You didn't mention that it has to be processed sugar that you have to avoid,
Oh, okay. So like
because
the natural,
fruits are okay.
yes. So the natural
Fruits
sugar.
are good for you because
Fruit
that'll
sugar.
give you natural vitamin C to help you combat whatever sickness you're dealing with.
Yes. Yes, the Virginia is absolutely right. So yeah. So people don't think that sugar is bad. The processed white sugar is bad, really, really bad. Like I have not eaten white sugar in who knows how long, years. Uh, if I do use sugar, it's brown sugar. Okay, I buy brown sugar, either like the golden or like really, really
I mean,
brown.
technically, you
It's still
haven't
processed.
knowingly
It's-
haven't knowingly eaten white sugar. With bread, yeah, there's sugar, white
Yeah,
sugar.
yeah. Well, so that's
But
what I'm saying.
that's like.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about the food right now. Was it? Did I talk? Oh, I already talked about bread. Okay, so we are at the point where we're talking about peppermint. Okay, we're talking about the peppermint before I went back to garlic, because the peppermint is gonna give you nausea if you take too much of it. So
It'll
Virginia
help
had,
to cool your body down,
yes.
but if you take too much, it'll give you nausea.
So peppermint is gonna help you to cool down. It's gonna help you. You can drink tea. You can eat the leaves. Just make sure that you don't overdo with the peppermint. Okay. Now, when it comes to fennel seeds, okay, fennel seeds you can buy them dry as in the store as.
And fennel will make you fart a lot.
Okay, so
But it's a good thing that it makes you fart because it's expelling your body from all the bad stuff.
Thank you for cutting me off again. Fennel seeds
You're welcome.
will help you expel gas. Okay, so if you're already gassy, you will get super
More gassy, yeah.
Okay, it helps to expel it. Okay, so it's not that it makes you do it, it's just it helps you to get rid of it.
Rid of the excess gas. But the point is that it's good for your body to expel gas, because that means that it's working healthy. If you're not farting at all, like, there's something wrong. There's seriously something wrong.
Okay, excuse me. So
Excuse.
going back to spices, ginger, if you can think of any other spices that are helpful in combating.
Ginger is delicious. Oh, if you eat sushi, if you don't like the thought of cutting up ginger or whatever, if you like eating sushi, the pink stuff that they give with you,
That's ginger.
that's ginger.
Okay, so now everybody's
So if
getting
you
the
think
vibes.
you don't like ginger and you like the pink stuff that they give with the sushi, that's ginger.
That's ginger with vinegar and sugar.
And the cheap sushi, unless you're paying like $1,000 for your sushi, you're not gonna get real, what's that green stuff supposed to be called?
Oh, I don't know.
But
Oh.
the cheap stuff is horseradish.
Yes,
colored.
I didn't put that down. Okay, horseradish is one of the
Wasabi.
best.
It's not real wasabi if
Okay.
it's cheap.
So guys, listen to this, which I didn't put. Horseradish is also one of the super good remedies
Sinus cleanser.
for colds, for clearing up the sinuses, for clearing up the lungs. Okay, if you it will probably be available in a store because people don't know about it. Only if you like grew up in Europe and people like used it
Oh,
as
it's available
remedies.
in the regular store.
I know, but people like don't really buy it unless they're like
It
European.
won't be green if they're
Horseradish.
selling it as horseradish.
Horseradish.
It'll most likely be white.
No, horseradish. It's black. It's a black root. It looks like cassava, kind of. It's and it's black on the outside. It's white on the inside. Okay.
Yeah, but if
That's how
it's-
it looks.
If
when
it's
you buy
sold
it.
ready,
Yeah,
if
I don't
it's
have
sold
it.
chopped up and stuff, isn't it
It's-
like white?
No, they don't sell it chopped up because the moment you start chopping it up, it
It starts to ferment.
no, it starts to get oxidated and stuff. Yeah,
So ferment.
so you can buy horseradish in stores, in European stores actually. They sell it horseradish in jars, and you can buy a jar of horseradish actually in like a Polish, European deli stores. Okay, so that will be available there.
Russian deli,
Which is-
Ukrainian deli, any
what-
kind of
Yes.
European deli.
So it will have the remedy was gonna be made. It's gonna be have added vinegar to it, and it's I think vinegar and sugar. Those are the main ingredients in preserving the horseradish. Okay, so that's all off the bat that I could remember when it comes to spices. I may remember
Let
something else.
me see.
Any other spices?
What are all
Those
these?
are the spices. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next herbal teas. If you remember at the end, we can just talk about stuff. Herbal teas. Okay, one of the biggest
Cinnamon.
cinnamon for what?
Spices.
Cinnamon for colds, Virginia?
Yes, Mom.
How so? Cinnamon.
It works just like cayenne.
I don't know. I have not used cinnamon because I have high blood pressure. So for those of you who have high blood pressure, cinnamon
It's okay
is
if you
not-
have low blood pressure.
Yeah, so cinnamon is not a thing for you. Okay, so going back to herbal teas. When talking about herbs, okay, because you can take herbs as like in pills, you buy them in the store. You can buy them in tinctures, and you can also buy the herbs itself, and you can
What she
make-
means by tinctures for the millennials is those drops, those little bottles with drops.
Yeah, so tincture is something that is put in alcohol and it sits there for a while, and then it extracts the alcohol extracts the nutrients from the herb, okay, over time. All right, so the biggest one from my personal experience, I will go over all of these, but I want to tell you it's the golden seal. golden seal, and it has to be root. Okay, so golden seal root, you can buy it in powder, you can buy it in pills in a store, you can buy it. Oh, I just messed up here.
I can buy
you,
it. Oh,
you can buy it in tincture, and you can buy it in loose herbs. Now, word of caution, golden seal you can only use in small amounts at a time. Okay,
otherwise you'll get diarrhea.
otherwise it's very dangerous. So for those of you who
And it
don't
can
know,
raise your blood pressure too, right?
for those of you who don't know how to use it, before you use it, you need to consult someone, and you need to make sure that the dosage that you're using, that is a proper dosage.
And that
okay?
you're educated. You're fully educated.
So
on how
if
to
you're
use it.
buying in pills, it's probably the best idea, way of starting out. Okay, or even tincture, because it's already pre-measured and tells you how much to take.
It tells you the dosage.
Okay, so it tells you the dosage. One of the really good companies that I've seen the tincture with golden seal is the Roots, something Roots, New Roots. No, the company.
I don't know.
The company. New Roots company has actually a good tincture with the golden seal. Golden seal is very expensive, so if you guys don't have much cash, I would not recommend. I would recommend, if you have, that you can buy it in just dry herb, a little bit of it, as opposed to buying a bottle of it, paying $40-50 for a bottle, because that's minimum how much it's gonna be. Okay, then you use the New Roots tincture. I think it was the kind of the cheapest one in the store, and you can probably buy that for a little bit less, maybe. I don't know how much now, but yeah. Golden seal root powder, antiseptic, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, anti-fungal. Okay, so if you already have pneumonia, okay, don't wait till later. Like, I mean, I went to the health food store when I was doing the shopping. I bought the last of the golden seal powder, but this much left. Well, this much left. That was so bad. And I said, well, the guy never brought it in anymore. So, I was really upset, because I have not much left. And I have actually given this to Virginia when she was super sick. I have taken it myself.
And the dogs when they
and I
have been
give
sick.
it, and I
in
give
really
it,
tiny doses.
and I give it to my dogs when they're really, really sick. So tiny doses, tip of the spoon. So let's say
You mix it with food for the dogs, with wet
mix
food.
it with dog.
That's
with
the
dog
only
food.
way they'll eat it.
So it's a
'Cause it's
one.
bitter.
So you would put like a one. You know how one of those little pills looks like, right? It has a herb inside. That's how much you would put. Okay, that's it. You would not put. So it's the tip of your teaspoon.
And
Okay.
half of that for the dogs.
Caution with golden seal root. If you are gonna use it, it's my highest from past experience. Okay, and can you get it? It's on my bed, please.
Where on your bed?
Just make sure that you buy a laptop.
Don't worry, my
Make
butt.
sure don't touch the camera.
My butt isn't that big anymore.
Touch the camera. Thank you.
See, I didn't touch.
Thank you. Over there. No.
I didn't touch.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going. It's a show and tell. So I gotta show you.
Where is
Okay.
it?
It's on by there. Okay. If not, go to the drawer. I have the other bag in the drawer. In the drawer. Top
What
drawer. Drawer.
Girl, you have too
Yeah.
many
Thank you.
things.
Oh, and bring the no.
Sí, códense.
Not so close, because you're just gonna ruin the camera. Give me the coconut
Coconut oil.
oil. There. Just yes.
Just yes.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, so I
So
didn't
oily.
I didn't put that down on my list, but I will talk about coconut oil as well. You can come. Make sure you walk around so it does not
My
move.
belly isn't as big, so it wants to push this, and my butt isn't as big, so it wants to move
Okay.
it.
So, like I said,
I had to smile.
okay, so this is the golden seal root powder, all right?
Well, not the bag, but what's inside the bag.
You use just a tiny I use more. Okay, I use like
Because she's used to it.
I'm used to it. My body's used to it. If you take too much, you could have super bad diarrhea. Okay, the first time you could
No,
still
no,
have
no. Super bad is an understatement. You have
the
explosive
first
diarrhea.
the first time your body is toxic, you're still gonna have a diarrhea. Okay, so you still may have loose stool or diarrhea, and the first time you use it, it will actually clean you out. So this is a great cleanser,
It's a detox.
antiseptic, detox, antiviral,
Antifungal.
antifungal, antiviral, okay, for coronavirus.
Anti-bad stuff in your body.
Antiviral, garlic and golden seal, okay?
This is anti-bad stuff in your body.
Okay, my highest recommendation for this. Next thing from this list, so I already mentioned the cayenne peppers, all right, and fennel seeds. So yeah, I'm not going to the thing. Because elderberries, it's something that I've recently learned when I was watching The Walking Dead. Um, one of the
No, we knew
remedies.
about elderberries before.
Well, I have the elderberries here because when I get sick, I go and I experiment with different things, and I go and buy different herbs. So with elderberries, you can buy the dried up berries. Okay, you can buy them probably if you live in the area where it's warm enough. You can have them available natural. You buy dry berries and you buy the flowers of the berries. So which I bought both, and I'm gonna show you.
Remember that place that we lived where we had elderberries in the backyard?
Okay, so
The elderberries were growing in the backyard.
thank you. $100 later from the store. Okay, and this is I bought only essentials because I had no more money on my credit card. Okay,
It's a lot of essentials.
that's a lot of. Okay, so this is the elderberry.
And notice that there's no toilet paper in this bag. Because we can wash our butts.
So this is elderberry flowers. Okay,
Yes, they're pretty.
dried flowers, and when this remedy was mentioned in also in The Walking Dead as one of the very old great remedies, especially in the West, for colds and flu, okay, and lung, okay. So for lung, these are really good remedies, and these are the berries, okay. So
Dried up berries.
dried up berries. So again, guys, when you buy this thing, make sure that you go online and that don't use too much of anything. Like let's say if you are making
Too
herbal
much
teas,
of a good thing could be bad for you.
when I make the herbal teas, it's usually 1 teaspoon of each one of these when I'm making the mix in a big pot, and then I boil it together. And if I need to, let's say, add something to make it stronger, I'll add like 2 or 3 of these, and maybe a couple of these, okay, to make the tea. And the best thing is effective. You can steep it. So you steep, you put it in a cup, and you put really hot boiling water, and then you steep it for at least 30 minutes to half an hour. I like to let it sit until it cools off, until it's ready to drink. If you are already sick, you should be drinking your stuff as hot as you can, because it will help you again to bring that moisture down and to open the breathing passages, okay. And that's what you want. That's the effect that you want. Okay, so these are the berries, all right, all the berries. Then we're gonna go chamomile. So chamomile, this is the chamomile flowers. They usually call it German chamomile. This is also listed as antiseptic. It's one of the best remedies. Okay, this is a cooling agent as well, so you can use it as a tea in the summer. You can use it when you have fever. So that's why people give, like in Europe, they give chamomile tea to people. It is also how do you call it? Moisturizing. Okay, so chamomile, on top of being a great herb inside and outside of the body, you know, you can use it as a topical agent for bruises and stuff. it's moisturizing, and it's antiseptic. Okay, so you can drink, you put it in your mix or drink this tea if you can buy it. It's best if you buy the herb itself. Okay, it's always best. But if you can just go to the store and let's say nothing else is available, you buy those packets of chamomile tea and drink that. Okay, put some garlic in it. All right. Try to stay away from white sugar. Buy brown sugar if you can. All right. Fennel seeds. Oh, I bought it in herbs. It's
Or if you want to sweeten stuff, then you can use, instead of using jam because they put white sugar in jam to preserve it, you can cut up fruits and use that. You know, if you have peanut butter, put peanut butter on
you
the,
wanna talk?
on
I'm
the
gonna
bread.
go I'm gonna go to
Put
get
peanut
some.
butter on the bread and cut up slices of like apple or something and put it on the bread and yum 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 yum. Or even like
Some of those
oranges
spices that
or strawberry, cut up strawberries in little slices and like spread it out all over the bread and eat it like that. And you don't need jam, you know. You're paying extra for jam when you don't need the jam. The jam is just like all concentrated and just like processed sugar, so it's not even really that good for you. So if you're putting real fruits on your peanut butter and fruits, the, then you're gonna have a lot healthier, you know, and tastier snack. So that's what I have to say about that, because from my experience, like I've liked, like just even putting oranges, you don't even have to cut like the oranges, just peel it and then take the slices and like place them on the bread, just yum 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 yum, you know. Oh, and don't eat like white bread. She was mentioning don't eat bread, but if you do want to eat bread, just don't eat white bread. Eat it like multigrain, you know, whole wheat and stuff like that, not white, like white bread, because if it looks like a vampire, if the bread looks like a vampire, you shouldn't eat it.
Bread looks like a vampire.
Yeah, I'm talking about white bread.
Oh,
If it looks like Santa Claus's beard, you should not eat it.
okay. So I wanted, because I said it was gonna be show and tell. So I can only show and tell if I actually bring it to show, right? Okay, so we have mice, so I had to put this in the fridge. Fennel seeds, okay?
Lemon! Yum, yum.
Fennel seeds, okay? I bought this as a herb, as a spice because it's cheaper.
And you
So
can use
this-
it in tea.
This was $3 as opposed to health food store $7 package. No, thank you.
So half
Okay?
price and stuff.
Less than half price. Okay. And then they in the other store they were actually charging taxes. So I was okay. So we're gonna talk about sage a little bit later.
If you have epilepsy,
About
try
sage.
to avoid sage, because, or if you are going to take sage, take it in very, very small doses.
Oh, sage. I have bought sage for gargles. So
You can use sage for gargling tea.
do not drink it because with
It can trigger
coronavirus,
a seizure.
sage actually dries up the body. Okay,
Hmm.
so you do not want to drink this. This is for gargling only if you have a lot of bacteria in your throat. So let's say you don't have money to buy mouthwash. This is one of your best mouthwashes. Okay, and gargles at the same time. And we have used it because we were severely sick. So I actually had the red sage, which is like big leaves, the natural sage that I bought, and I boiled it for half an hour, then strained it, and then we gargled for it as often as we could throughout the day, because Virginia completely lost her voice until she started gargling. 2-3 days later she was already talking. Okay, go ahead, hon.
Okay. A thing about sage, it's also disinfectant. If you have an injury, you have a cut or something that looks like it's starting to get infected, then you can do the same thing. Boil sage in water, and wait till it cools down, obviously, before you put it on the infected wound, and then it will help. It's like if you don't have anything to disinfect, like hand sanitizer, alcohol, peroxide or anything, you can use sage and boil the sage and let it cool down, and then put it like dab it on your wound, and it'll help to it's a
Sage
natural.
on your wound. What do you like? What?
If it looks like it's getting infected, then it can disinfect the wound.
Says who?
It says science.
Okay, I've never used sage in that way, but yeah, I believe you. Okay, so
Survival science. There you go.
okay, so this dog here, you know how the dogs, when they go with packages, they think it's treats. So oh,
It's not treats, and you're ugly.
Anyways, hot chili powder, and it says cayenne. Okay?
I have a comment. This dog is ugly, but he's the kind of ugly that he's so ugly that he's cute.
He's a sweetheart. Okay, so this is hot.
He's annoying.
This is the one I was talking to you guys about. That's in powder. Okay, so you use only very little of it. I bought actually 2 of these because we don't know how long this thing is gonna be going on for. We have to drink this every day.
I need to translate this. This is hot chili powder, but in French it says poudre de piments de cayenne. So pigments of cayenne.
Cayenne pepper. Okay, so this is the cayenne pepper. Okay, I told you about. All right,
Pieces
and
of
this
cayenne.
is not a treat because you would not want to eat that. Okay, so this is basil leaves.
He'd still eat it, but
Again,
it doesn't mean that it would react well.
Use it in your food when you're cooking. Use it as a spice. Okay. And remember that the holy basil is for teas, for as a cold remedy. This is the cold remedy.
This is Himalayan salt.
We're
Just
gonna
because
talk
it
about
says
salt.
Himalaya doesn't mean it's from Alaska. Okay. And just for those of you who don't speak Polish.
Okay, I bought 2 bags of lemons. Okay, which is probably not enough.
Mama,
but-
2 full bags of lemons. Be accurate.
Okay, so lemons in your tea. Every single time you put, you make a tea, you can make regular tea.
Or even you can squirt the lemon juice on your food.
Wash your lemons first. I already mentioned it, but for those of you who just came in, let's say you just
Wash
came
your
in.
lemons. Always wash your fruits and vegetables properly.
Virginia, you gotta. Okay, you're my sidekick. Thank you. Okay,
I'm your energy boost.
Yeah.
Whee!
So
I'm your cheerleader.
yeah. So cut the lemons in slices. Okay. If you have seizures, you ask somebody else in the family to cut it for you. Okay. Wash them before you cut them. Okay. And that I ask you to wash it so you can actually use it together with the skin, because the skin has natural oils in it that's actually good for you, okay, for your body, and it's good for colds as well. All right, so
And they put lemon oils in stuff like skincare products to make your skin pretty.
yeah, you can use that. It's actually really, really good. Like, I love the taste of it. Okay, so next on the list was
Yeah, see, I like eating lemons like they're oranges.
Oh, I'm trying to make
She
this.
thinks it's weird, but like I really like it. I mean, it's not good for my enamel, but it's delicious.
That you like what?
That I like eating lemons like oranges.
No, it's. I think it's not good. No, it's. I don't think.
No, it's not good for
it
your
says it's
enamel.
bad.
It's okay to eat it like that, but it's not good for your enamel.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because it dissolves it, so that's not a good idea. Okay, so we have fennel seeds, cayenne peppers, which I just show you the cayenne in powder because we only have a few cayenne peppers actually in dry peppers left. Lemons.
You mean dehydrated
okay?
peppers.
So lemons, I just talk about lemons, lemon juice, and use it in your tea. Like, that's how I started using it, because just to kind of use the whole of it. I did it with the tea, okay, which is a better way. Red clover. So I bought red clover as well.
Red clover, red
Flowers. Flowers. So this is red clover flowers. I mean, yeah, it still smells good as red clover. Like, when I pick it, actually smells better. So this is from somewhere in Europe, from Albania. But so I mean, the quality, you can tell it's a little bit brown, so it's probably not dried very well, but it's still good. One of the best, one of the very good cold remedies. It's red clover flowers. Okay?
I have a
Yes,
question. What about hibiscus? Because it's not on the list.
Hibiscus, yes. Hibiscus flowers, yes.
Yeah.
It's not here.
That's what I was saying. I was reading the things.
Oh, you can add it later because there's not. If I add it, it's gonna be just scribbled really badly. Hibiscus, actually, you know what? Let me do it now because I'm gonna forget it later.
I'll remind you.
Hibiscus flowers and what are those rose hips? Okay, so hibiscus, which
Rose hips. So I'm not talking about a girl named Rose and like trying to touch her hips, but we're talking about the plant.
flowers and rose hips.
Rose hips.
Rose hips.
And we're not talking about the rose either. With thorns.
Okay, both of these hibiscus flowers and rose hips are very rich in vitamin C, which is on my bed. Please get it.
The vitamin C.
Yes.
Where
which
is it?
are it's on my bed or by the
Mama, on your bed is a
by
very
the laptop.
vast-
It's everything that I use all the time is by my head over there.
Yeah, that's why everything is on your bed. Said everything that
Okay,
you
so
use all the
very
time.
hibiscus flowers and rose hips, very rich, great. Thank you for.
Oh, that's the
for
French side.
great for. Thank you for mentioning this because they are great for as a combat. You know, to combat the flu and the virus and bacteria.
And
and
it
have
tastes yummy too.
Lots of vitamin C. Okay.
Hibiscus is yummy.
I bought just yesterday. I went to the pharmacy and I bought the vitamin C because we
Went to the pharmacy to get vitamin C.
we were
Pharmacy.
running low. So when you go and get vitamin C, get a minimum 1,000. Okay, 1,000 milligrams tablets, and stock up on it because you will need this to combat the colds. Okay, vitamin C is needed. So eating fruits that are rich and well everything that's rich in vitamin C
And it's strong.
and having the tea, hibiscus tea or rose hips tea, it will help you to get that vitamin C. Oranges are very rich in vitamin C. Lemons
Lemons are very
we have
rich.
oranges. I am not going to the you guys know how oranges look. Okay, so we have oranges that I bought a bag of oranges and any fruits.
Any fruits have vitamin C in it.
Eat apples, eat raw foods. Okay, so I recommend.
Carrots have vitamin C.
See, I didn't even tell you that.
Vegetables have vitamin
When
C.
I was
too, so
talking
don't
to
forget that.
avoiding dairy, meat, and stuff, when it comes to just going back to foods, eat clean, okay, and drink clean. You eat raw fruits and vegetables.
Make sure you clean the fruits and vegetables properly.
Yeah, so
But you eat
apples.
those.
Apples are really good as well. They're
That's
very
why
rich
they
in
say an
vitamin C.
apple a day keeps the doctor away because it's healthy. Vitamin C keeps you
Mhm.
healthy and also it has a lot of fiber and you have regular poops. So no reason to go to the doctor for being constipated.
So when healing your body naturally, okay, which happens all the time, your body does the work. You just have to help it, okay. So when you get sick, people get sick and they feel bad because of the symptoms of the illness, and that's how they know that they get sick. Okay, they get high fever, they can't breathe, and all of those things. And those are the helpers. These here are your helpers to help your body to facilitate the healing. Okay, they will not make you heal. Your body heals on its own. These will help you to facilitate the healing and speed up the healing process.
And also give your body time to heal. Don't be rushing into putting stress on yourself, because like let's say I would say working out is good for you. See, like I have been going to Krav Maga, but I've had to take a break because I've been tired and my body needs a break to be like to heal from the bruises I've been getting from Krav Maga. And bruises are a normal thing. So like I know I'm looking like I'm turning into the Incredible Hulk right now with these bruises, but this means that the bruises are starting to heal. The last time I was at Krav Maga, I think was Wednesday or Thursday. So this means this is a good thing that it's healing, even though I look like I'm turning into Incredible Hulk.
Okay, so guys, I want to
So
go
give
over
your time, give your body time to
heal.
Heal. That's my point.
Rest. Okay, you need to rest. You need to let your body make sure that you sleep enough at the beginning of the video.
Not just enough. Make sure you sleep adequate
amount of time.
Amount of hours.
That's what. Oh no.
No, enough is enough for you to function.
Okay. Adequate. Yeah. Okay.
Adequate is the amount that you need to function at your peak.
Okay, so can I go over these? Yes, thank you. Okay, so
I didn't say yes, but
yes.
yes, you can go over these.
Okay.
What is this one?
Peppermint. You love it.
That's why it smells so good.
Okay. So Virginia loves peppermint, and I always tell her you have a peppermint tea, put 1 spoon at a time. Okay. Don't overdo it because then you can get nausea if you use too much. All right. Peppermint tea, so very good cold flu remedy. Use it, only don't overuse it.
You know how you can get a cat to do whatever you want if you have catnip? You can get me to do whatever you want.
Catnip is actually listed as a cold remedy as well.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so if you guys have catnip at home, you use that, make tea, add it to your tea. Just make a tea like when I make the
See, it's not even open and I can smell it through the bag.
I call it a flu tea. When I make my own flu tea, I put all of these herbs that I know together. I add licorice root. Licorice root. Licorice root gives you that.
Licorice root is yummy, even to chew on.
It gives you that after taste, sweet. Okay, taste
sweet aftertaste.
Sweet aftertaste. Yes, sorry.
In the bark, you can chew the bark.
And yeah, but you would not want to. This one is shredded, so you don't want to chew that.
Obviously not.
Yeah, but you can buy licorice in the store. You can buy it in powder. I have in powder a little bit, and I saw this. So since I'm gonna be boiling the teas, this is what I got. And you use it. You add it to every tea. It's gonna give you that sweet aftertaste. If you want to eliminate sugar, or put less sugar, this is gonna help you. It doesn't taste sweet right away. It tastes sweet just a little bit later on.
Okay. I have a
very good expectorant. It will help you cleanse. Virginia, no.
I have a comment about the licorice.
Okay, after I'm done talking. Okay, so the licorice is expectorant. It will help you bring that heavy chest phlegm out. Okay, this is one of the best things, just like garlic and golden seal. So licorice, garlic, golden seal as my personal favorites, all right, in bringing out the phlegm, because when you can't breathe and your lungs are all full of fluids, you want to bring that stuff out. You want to cough it out. So that's why I was saying that when you buy the antihistamines, that you have to be careful. You only use it to the degree that it helps you breathe if you can't breathe, okay? But you also have to not to take too much, because that actually kind of curbs and it slows down your healing process, because it only calms your body for the amount of time, and it curbs everything down. So you're not really coughing a lot, you're not bringing it out, and
it suppresses the cough.
You need to cough out your phlegm. Okay, one of the best.
Okay, can I make my comment about the licorice?
Fennel seeds too, if you don't have. Yes, licorice.
Okay, so my point is, if you feel like you chew a lot of gum and stuff, and you want to stop chewing gum, you can get the licorice bark and chew on that. Okay. And also, when you have those nicotine gum thingies, instead of chewing that, then you can chew on the licorice bark, and it'll help you as like a placebo to help you quit like nicotine.
You know, they sell Virginia, when we used to go to the ballpark, and they're like bookstores. They sell licorice. She loves those licorice sticks. Oh my
Oh, the
god,
black
I have
licorice.
yeah.
I love the black licorice. The panda licorice. It has a
Yeah.
panda on it.
Okay,
I love that
so
one.
next, yeah, I already showed you the marjoram. I told you about marjoram. So in sweating, when you wanna sweat, okay.
You mean like I'm
So
sweating now?
uh,
I don't
ne-
need margarine for that.
next thing that it's not directly a cold or flu remedy, but it's a great dual burn. Oh,
It's. Let me try this.
did it stop completely?
Oh no, it's working now. It's working now. You can talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
So at which point did it stop?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna start again with nettle. So nettle is not directly a cold or flu remedy, but it's a detox remedy. Okay, so you want to get rid of the toxins at the same time. Add it to your tea mixture. Okay, very good. They're very rich in nutrients. Okay, so if you want to boost up your nutrients, you add this. It's good for nails, for hair. It's got tons of nutrients. Okay, so I highly recommend it to add to your tea mix. Okay, Gotu Cola. This is I only bought this because
And don't take too much of it because you get headaches.
Gotu Cola. I bought some extra as a herb to add because this one adds oxygen to the brain. So
it helps to promote oxygen in the brain.
no,
It does not
it helps.
add.
It helps to bring oxygen to the brain, more oxygen. So especially when people are super sick and they're super tired, like they're exhausted. So this will help, in thinking process. Not too much of it. You have to be careful.
And
Gotu
if you
Cola
have
has to
epilepsy, be very careful with
have
your
to be
doses.
spared. Yes, so use sparingly, and with all of the herbs and any of the herbs that you use, you need to know which herbs are okay for epilepsy, and you have to know that. Okay, calendula. These are flowers because they're dry flowers. All right, it's not good, right?
Like Zena,
Okay,
like
so
Zena, she's
I
smelling
bought
everything.
this calendula flowers to add to my mixture because I love calendula. Okay, and then mullein leaves. Okay, so the mullein leaves,
Mullen.
mullein,
Malign. Malign?
Mullein.
Malign. I don't know.
mullein,
Nobody
mullein,
knows.
mullein. I never learned it for I call it mullein, which probably is probably not the proper pronunciation. Mullein.
Mullein.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the leaves. You can use the flowers as well. That's all they had in the health food store, and this one was $12. They tax. That's all it. Which they should not charge on herbs, but they charge me anyway. Okay, so this is recommended for as a remedy. Okay, flu remedy, also to help with dealing with the flu and the colds. Right. So I highly recommend. I've known about this herb and I've had it and I've used it in my flu and cold mixtures. I bought a whole bunch this time because it was actually highly recommended online to use this. All right, so there. So this is for herbal teas. Should we add anything to the herbal teas? Because I know I'm missing something probably.
I still would say put cinnamon in your tea.
Oh, any of you like anise seeds?
Anise.
Anise. Anise is
Anise.
so anise like fennel seeds are gonna help you.
Not like anubis.
It's gonna help you with
Hello, Sophie. Hello again.
getting rid of the phlegm. Okay, just bringing out the phlegm and helping you to breathe. Right. So which is what you want to do because you have to treat the coronavirus as a really super bad case of flu. Okay, and people get the worst cases get
It was super bad case of pneumonia, not flu, because flu is
the worst cases get the pneumonia. Okay, and then when you get to the part of pneumonia, which we went through this winter already, Probably that's why I'm not super sick right now, because I've been all over the place, but we already went through twice, like really, really
Yeah,
bad.
it's possible that we had
So,
it already,
and
and that it was just a mild case, and
yeah,
now our body is
and at
like
that time
protected
it
against
was
it.
supposedly still in China, so like
No, at that time the first outbreak was in December.
so there you go.
Yeah.
I was
And then the people
everywhere.
came, and then there was people in
I
the
was
hospital.
everywhere in December, including hospital. I don't know how many times because I had to be in hospital, and
Yeah.
they put like all of my appointments in December. Okay, anyways, going. Okay, so if I remember anything else, oh yeah, before so I talked to the vitamin C, about vitamin C, and Virginia remind me to talk about supplements. Okay,
Okay, talk about supplements.
fine, we'll talk about
You said
supplements.
to remind you, so I just reminded you.
Okay, so our supplements, which are not on the thing here, will remind me to add it to the list. Okay.
So add it to the list.
Oh, you're so helpful.
I
Okay,
know.
so vitamin C as a first, okay, as a first supplement to boost your immune system,
If
because
you don't have the fruits available, then use the pills.
no, that's on top of the fruits. If you already, if you want to prevent and if you want to protect yourself and if you are already sick, so if you are already sick, you can take up to 7 of those pills, which is 1,000 each
But
a day.
but drink plenty of water so that your body can actually absorb the vitamin C. Because if
Yes.
you're not hydrated enough, then your body will not be able to absorb the vitamin C, and then you're just having expensive pee.
Yes. The
You're
water
peeing out the
was.
vitamin C.
You're still gonna pee it out if you take 7,000, but if you're already severely sick, you can take up to 7,000 of these pills, okay, which is 1,000 each. When you're sick, to help you boost your immune system, you will pee most of it out. Doesn't matter. You will not get sick from it. Just have. It doesn't have to be this company. I just went to the pharmacy. This was the best one available, so
You can
that's
buy
the one
this.
I
You can
got.
buy this even in the grocery store.
I do not recommend buying any vitamin C with from the companies that add a lot of fillers and a lot of coating and stuff that's actually toxic for your body. Okay, so you read the ingredients, make sure you don't buy too much of that thing dioxide. What's it called? Carbon dioxide, not carbon dioxide, dioxide. Oh, I forgot the name of it.
Something dioxide.
Yes, which is a normal, like a normal filler for like
Most pills.
a lot of those, especially those pills that are like really like stocked in most of the pharmacies. They're all over, like they're the biggest companies that are out there, and those are the ones that you should actually avoid. Okay.
Okay, wait. So Sophie said, "Why did you retract it?"
What?
Okay, I was just gonna read it. So Sophie was writing. She retracted it, but she was writing.
Then why are you reading it? Why are you saying it?
Well, so I can still say it.
Oh.
So
Maybe
because
she
I
didn't want
remember.
us to say it.
Well, okay. So she says it's characterized by mild symptoms including a runny nose, sore throat, cough, and fever, and there's dry cough, dry mouth. You get dry mouth. So
Dry mouth.
I would
Drink
suggest
water every minute. If you are
Okay.
really sick,
I
just
would
keep on drinking.
suggest
Sip.
Okay, I would suggest if you take any kind of cannabis, whether they're edibles or you smoke them or whatever, then you try, if possible, to stop if it's not like a medical necessity for you. Because if you do get sick,
It will dry more.
it will dry more, and you might not even notice that you are sick if you're getting dry mouth from being sick.
Yeah, exactly.
So what you get with the cannabis is like what it's called cotton mouth because it's really dry. So yeah, she was saying that
Maybe she was scared about to talk about cannabis. No, we're not scared
That is a
about.
combo of
We're
a
not
full.
scared to talk about cannabis. Cannabis, we actually use the CBD oil, different types of CBD oil with, like for
Yeah, but
myself
that's
and
with
for
high
Virginia.
CBD versus high THC versus low with low
Okay,
THC.
there's so many strains and
Okay.
so many different amounts of and mixtures that for us to tweak and to get the right one, you would have to have a professional who really actually knows what they're talking about, who really actually knows what the right thing is for what you have. Okay.
Okay, so I was
So,
gonna say that Sophie mentioned that it is a combination of flu and cold, but it has been characterized as symptoms of pneumonia, similar symptoms to pneumonia by doctors, health professionals, and such. That's why they describe it as pneumonia like symptoms because flu can just be like cold, like, but pneumonia actually attacks the lungs and the bronchial tubes.
buddy, are you farting? Because I can smell stuff, man.
It's probably him.
Okay. So
Or
this
you
is
if you forgot already.
no, it's him. Okay. So
Hi to the two other people watching other than me.
hello. Going to next thing on the list with anti-inflammatories. I am surprised, guys, he didn't come. Okay, I know I had it set up for 3 o'clock this afternoon, but something came up and I couldn't do it. Okay, so we're doing it later. Okay, but we're still doing it because I want you to see
While
it.
still sleeping at 3 o'clock.
I want you to, I want to share this with you because this is from my past experience. I have gone through several pneumonias in my lifetime, and the best remedies in my life have been the natural remedies. Those are the ones when I started applying them, that's when I started healing the quickest. Okay, and I got the best results from them. That was on top of taking a medication, which at some point then I got to the point where I said, you know what, I'm not gonna bother with getting any antibiotics. I'm just gonna do in the latest years. That's what I've been doing, is use the natural remedies to get better and the most effectively, anyways. Yes.
Okay, so be careful if you're around anybody that has tested positive for COVID 19, even if you're not showing symptoms, and you could still be a carrier. If you even if you have not well, you would test positive for it if you're not showing symptoms, not like actually sick. You'll be a carrier. But if you're exposed to COVID 19, you have to be extra careful, especially if you have seizures, because being sick, especially to that degree,
Will bring
it will trigger seizures.
it will
As
trigger more
Sophie
seizures.
mentioned, that like even having a fever can trigger seizures,
Yes.
and COVID 19 is like next level being sick. So
Okay, so we have to talk about fever, which I didn't.
that would really like maybe you might even have back to back seizures if you have COVID 19.
Okay, so we'll talk about fever at the end because I haven't put it down yet. Okay, so next thing on the list. Okay, so going to the COVID-19, I didn't start talking about, what it does because I'm pretty sure all of you already heard what it does from the media and what are the
But
symptoms.
not all sources are right, though.
Okay, so I thank you, Sophie.
I brought
Thank you,
my
Virginia.
information and
Mhm.
Sophie's information. I mentioned what I said
Yeah.
from what I've read from medical journals.
Yes. So medical journals, universities, and places that actually deal with the viruses and
An actual doctor's talking about it.
yeah. So like, don't just go. You go on some website and read about some kakamimi stuff that they say, oh, this is good and buy a bottle for $100. That's not the right place to get your
Yeah,
information.
otherwise it's
Okay.
just goop.
Okay, so
She doesn't get the reference.
yeah, so don't fall for anything, for any of the coronavirus thing. You go through these, you use these remedies, these are your best bet, okay? And most of them, a lot of them are very cheap or free, like water. Okay, we boil it and freeze it again before you drink it. But hot showers and all that, that's usually
Hot showers
free.
are not only great for your health. I mean, don't take a hot shower and then go in the cold right away. Wait at least 2 hours. Make sure your hair is actually dry before you go outside.
Yeah, well, I remember not everybody's in Canada and the States in the cold.
Well,
There are
people
some
still have to
countries
wear
that
sweaters in
actually,
the States.
there
Okay.
are actually some countries that are warm at the same time. So
Yeah, that's why
that's
there are
what.
low numbers in India because it's really hot over there.
Okay. All right.
Okay, wait. So I was gonna mention if you take hot showers, it's not only great for your health to open your pores and expel the toxins through your skin. It is also great for relaxing your muscles, especially hearing about all this COVID-19 business. You'll probably be more tense than usual usual life day-to-day life brings you. So the hot, I wouldn't say hot, like warm shower, because hot would burn your skin. Warm shower, really warm shower, would help to relax your muscles so that you're less stressed, so that you're feeling good and relaxed.
Okay. Done.
Yes.
Okay. So next one, I want to talk about anti-inflammatories. Okay. So when your body gets sick at that point, or has already a lot of inflammation, you need to bring that inflammation down. Okay, you need to expel, phlegm, and you need to bring the inflammation in the body, what it means. It's kind of stuff that's clogged. That's not flowing. Okay, for your body to be healthy, you need to have things flowing. Okay, you need to move your body. All right.
You just
So
described my belly.
even if you're okay, if you're sick and you're in bed 24/7, that's not good for you. You need to move your body, because the moment you're moving.
See, even if
Okay.
you're sick and in bed, you can still like move your arms and like do stretches and
Okay,
stuff.
that's your
In
lymphatic
bed.
system. Your lymphatic system, you need to, it's the only way to expel toxins from your body is through your lymphatic system. When you move it, the lymphatic system does not work without movement.
And the perfect thing about being in bed and doing the exercises in bed and you moving your lymphatic system is that if you're really, really tired afterwards, you can just go back to sleep. And then when you wake up, you do it again.
Okay, and there are exercises which, yeah, we can just show, like.
And the exercises will help you clear out, like
they're
the
not
lymphatic
hard
exercises will help
exercises. You can just stretch and move, because you're moving your body.
Go like this.
Go
like this.
Lymph nodes, okay, here around the neck. So
In the armpits.
Okay.
And in the inside of the thighs.
So these exercises, which people usually, we're just doing stretches, and those are one of the best lymphatic exercises for you. Leg raises, like you're laying down, you can do it either sideways, or you can do like circles with your legs. Just walking is one of the best. Are you okay?
You said this would help me to not slide.
So put it better. Put it over. Put it up. Put it more. Because I removed the other one. You can put that one back on.
Leave it. It was sliding before anyways.
Okay, so anti-inflammatory. So you have to help your body.
And not your auntie, like your mother's sister.
You have to help your body to bring the inflammation down. So first thing, lots of water. Second,
lots of rest.
Less salt. Okay, so water, more water.
Unless it's Himalayan salt.
I'm not gonna put it down here right
now.
now.
I wouldn't say take too much of Himalayan salt, but like
no,
Himalayan doses.
This is the only salt that I recommend. Okay,
Still don't take too much at once.
Himalayan salt is normal amounts. Normal amounts. Thank you for.
I love. Mama, normal amounts for some people is too much.
So normal amounts, okay, that's Himalayan salt.
Recommended amounts. Recommended dietary
normal amounts, which is a lot less actually salt, so a lot sodium. This one has more magnesium. Okay, so you are actually putting less sodium. Okay, you're not retaining water. Okay, this is for people who have high blood pressure and whatnot. Okay, and stuff like that.
And
Okay,
diabetes.
I do not recommend table salt or sea salt as ingestion.
You can
For
use
food.
this. You can use this. The only thing this is good for is putting it in a basin of warm water and putting your feet in there.
Okay, so this table salt and sea salt as remedy. Okay, which I don't know if I even put it here.
Table
Okay.
salt is good for disinfecting.
Oh, actually, that's the next thing. So I'm gonna put it down because that's the next thing.
Table salt is good
So
for
we're
disinfectant
talking about
for
right now
wounds.
anti-inflammatory. So I brought turmeric here. I kind of don't want to go with the brands because I buy after I bought this for to have a container, which was still very good. I bought turmeric separately and I just refilled this. Okay, so turmeric as an great one of the greatest
Anti-inflammatory,
inflammatories.
natural painkiller, by the way.
Okay, very good for cold. So people who actually eat a lot of turmeric, they have better immune systems. So I highly recommend having turmeric every single food. If you already get super sick, you may want to get it in pills. You can just like take pills, and you can also make a tea with this. It will taste disgusting, so it's better with food.
Or you can put it in a shake.
You can put it in a shake, which still tastes disgusting.
Well, it won't taste disgusting if you don't put too
Virginia puts it in her shakes. I just put it in food.
I
Okay?
put it in my shakes. The fruits take away the bitter taste of the
Where's
turmeric.
the garlic? Okay, and then the next one as an
And that's why I put garlic in the shakes too.
As an inflammatory is actually garlic, and onions are good as well. So garlic, this is a natural garlic. Okay, guys, the big ones which I love buying because they're big, it's kind of less work to peel them, but I think they're genetically altered.
Mama,
So I
it's less work
bought
to peel them for you.
these little ones are more potent, and I actually bought these ones this time because I want the natural stuff. Right?
Okay, wait. I have directions for people. If you have this thing here and you think it's difficult for the small garlics like this to open it, all you have to do is pull on this, pull, and it'll open the garlic right up.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't think she knows that. That's why she thinks it's difficult to open this one up.
no, I'm talking about the actual cloves. Okay. All right.
That's not hard.
I don't like to do the work. Right. Anyways. Okay, so this
You
is
like me to do the work.
this is dried garlic. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Powdered garlic.
no, this is more like granules. I don't like the powder one, it gets to your nose and stuff. But I like the granulated because
Granulated.
I cook with it, so I put it in every food. If you don't have raw garlic at home, you can use this. Okay, you can use it even in your smoothies. Add it to everything you eat. Okay, be careful.
Be careful with the dosage.
Remember,
in each
yeah,
meal.
be careful with the dosage. Remember, this is already
Because if you take too much, it could be a shock to your system. You would lower your blood pressure too low, and
Mhm.
you could have a seizure.
could die.
You could die or
Okay.
have a seizure.
All right, so
Even
have
if
to
you
be-
don't, even if you're not diagnosed with epilepsy,
So
you can still have a
everything is
seizure.
good in adequate amounts. Okay, so that's why we had the disclaimer at the beginning that we are not medical professionals, and this is only
This is only speaking from a personal experience.
we're talking about from personal experiences we had a lot, and with stuff that actually worked for us. All right. So any other inflammatories, anti-inflammatories that you would like to
Rest.
mention? Rest.
That's an anti-inflammatory. If you get enough rest, it'll your body will be able to function
Look it up
properly.
on Google, well, please.
Girl, we're making a video.
So, you teaching, that's what I want to teach people. Look it up on Google. If you don't know the answer to any question that you have, you look it up on
Water.
Google. Okay.
Water is an anti-inflammatory. It may not seem like
Yes. No soft drinks.
Yeah, no
Okay.
soft drinks because
Yeah.
that'll help you to retain water, and you do not need that
And
because
it's
that will
toxic.
cause more pain.
Okay.
Exactly.
Next one on the list. Okay. So actually, this is not on my list, but I wanted to show you um, virgin coconut oil. So buy coconut oil that's natural, that is cold pressed. Okay, it doesn't have to be organic, but as long as it's cold pressed,
This
that
one
it's
is
not.
organic.
That is, I know this one is organic. The one that's not been cooked, so it's cold pressed, meaning they didn't extract it with heat. Okay, that's what you want from it.
They didn't
So
remove all the stuff
this
from it.
stuff you can actually, you put it on your salads, you can put it on your food after it's been cooked.
You can make
don't
ice
cook
cream
on
with it.
You can make ice cream, or you can
You
make
can make cake with it, like frozen dessert cake, ice cream cake.
people are using it as remedy. This is a remedy. This
Yeah,
is
but I'm saying if you don't want to take it by itself.
I
then you
know,
can
but
put
we're
it
not
in-
teaching cooking class right now. We're teaching people.
I'm saying ways to take it so it doesn't taste like you're taking a tablespoon of oil.
Or you can put it on your salad and on your food, which is
Who eats salad anymore?
I do. Okay. So yeah, so 1 teaspoon with the food. Okay, so you can take it by itself.
I like your comment, Sophie.
What would you say?
She laughed at the fact that I said, "Girl, we're making a video."
Okay, so and this is very good. Antiseptic, antiviral as well, antimicrobial. It's very good internally and externally. This is for you guys. If you have dry lips, okay?
It's a
Because
great
that's
butter substitute too.
okay, so you have dry lips, which I already touched. This is my own personal. She's not touching that one. So.
Yeah, I don't touch that one
Okay,
except
so
for when I handed it.
You
to her.
have dry lips.
There's oil all over it.
You
'cause she
have
uses it
dry
all the
mouth.
time.
You can actually do to help your mouth. You can actually take some of this and you can how do you call it? Wash your mouth with the oil.
You don't
So
need.
this is gonna help you moisturize it
You don't need
internally.
lip gloss or chapstick anymore if you got coconut oil.
This is great. We use it internally, externally for massages, for putting it on skin problems, and internally to help also inflammation. Okay, so this is one of the remedies. All right, so which I didn't put down. I can add it up later. Okay, so next one on the list is salt. Okay,
Didn't we just mention this all already?
no, we're gonna talk about salt because I wanted to say that a lot of people don't have money for buying, let's say, $7 mouthwash or stuff that is antiseptic naturally, okay, which is salt, okay, it's natural antiseptic. So if you want to gargle and you don't have money for sage, which is a good gargle, don't drink the sage when you have coronavirus, okay. This sage is very drying to the body, okay, and it's gonna prevent you from sweating. You don't want that. You want to use marjoram instead, which is gonna make you sweat, okay. If you want, like, it's up to you. Marjoram, okay. Gargle. So gargle with sage or gargle with salty warm water. So you put how much? Is that half a teaspoon, right?
Half a teaspoon mixed with warm water and gargle.
Half a teaspoon of salt.
If you don't have mouthwash, you can do the same thing with salt.
I think it's a quarter of teaspoon with
Depends
warm
on
water.
how big the cup is.
You gargle, you wash your mouth with it. It's an natural antiseptic anywhere you go.
You can use it as a
Okay.
substitute to mouthwash.
So table salt is good for it. Sea salt is good for it. If you're using
As long as you're not
cooking,
drinking it.
yeah, don't drink it because it's
Don't drink the table salt. That's what
okay.
I'm saying.
This is in Polish. Sorry, Himalayan. Okay, so Himalayan salt for cooking.
If
as
you
an
do want to
alternative.
buy Himalayan salt, I suggest going to a Polish store. It's much cheaper than in a regular store.
Health food store, honey. Just go and buy it in bulk, which is also cheap. You can buy it in health food
But you
store.
said it's cheaper at the Polish store than it is in the...
I know. I
health
only
food
paid
store.
$2 for this.
Yeah, in the Polish store.
Okay. Okay, next thing on the list. Are you going somewhere?
No, I'm
Why are
just
you
standing. My back hurts. Just make my back hurt.
Oh, okay. Okay, so next on the list is we're
That
gonna
looks
talk
like an
about
H.
pneumonia. Okay, this is pH pneumonia.
No, pneumonia does not have a pH.
No,
It's PN.
Oh,
You're
there you
welcome.
go. Pneumonia. Okay. So pneumonia. People who get very, very ill with coronavirus will get pneumonia. Okay. And you have to treat it as the worst case of pneumonia you ever had. Okay. You address everything that I've talked about here because those are natural remedies. They will heal you, they will help your body heal naturally and to deal with the virus the way it's the only way that it knows how to fight, because it is ultimately your body that's gonna fight. Okay, so your body is the fighter, all right, in that case. And you need to help it, you need to help it to facilitate that fight. Okay, you need to give it tools, you need to give it the swords and say, yeah, I'm gonna chop that virus, yeah, get rid of it,
Break
right?
that crown.
Okay.
You know why they call it coronavirus? Is because under a microscope, that's why it looks like a crown.
Yes. Yeah, you saw the, you saw the thumbnail.
No.
Okay, never mind that. Okay, so pneumonia. Address it as it should be, which is the pneumonia. So you want to get rid of the phlegm. Okay, the phlegm, the inflammation in your body. When pneumonia happens, your lungs get filled
Fluid.
with fluid. Okay, so you want to bring it out. That's why you don't want to be.
It attacks your bronchial tubes.
That's why, and I have already problem with bronchitis. So that's why I
So
say
you're at more risk.
golden, yes. People with high blood
And
pressure,
who are also older in the older
older,
age.
and have bronchitis, already have breathing problems, they're more at
People who have
risk.
serious health issues.
So I highly recommend, if you have money, go and buy that golden seal root powder. Okay,
No.
all right away. Buy it from a good company, like if you're buying like the roots, new roots. That's a company. Okay, that's a good company. Okay, and then so you want to get rid of phlegm and fluids. Okay, so you want to expel the extra. So
The
don't eat
excess.
salty food. The regular salt, the table salt I show you, do not eat it. Don't eat salty. Don't buy pizzas. Don't eat pizza.
I mean, you could make your own
You
pizza with
will
vegetables.
you will raise your inflammation like anywhere from 10 to 100 times in your body if you're eating pizza, because you're having the flour, you're having extra salt, and you're having all the additives. Can you stop dancing? This is distracting me. And the pizza is gonna bring so much more of this inflammation, disgusting phlegm in your body. And I am speaking from experience because I have ordered pizza actually twice when I was really, really sick because I could not cook. And I said,
And it made it
and
worse.
I was, and I needed to eat. And I said, I really want to eat. And I ordered pizza. And oh my God, I could not breathe. I like instantly right after eating, I was like super, super, I felt so much worse. So I'm just telling you guys, eat food that's light, no cheeses, no dairy, no pizzas, no soft drinks. Okay.
But I have a recommendation. If you do want to have the idea of having pizza, cut a slice of pineapple, the circle of the pineapple, then cut little bits of fruits and then put it on top
Oh
of the
my
pineapple
God.
and eat it like that. And then
Yes.
it's like you're having a fruit pizza.
Fruits.
It's yummy. Oh, and pineapple is very good. Did you put
I'm
pineapple
gonna
down?
put fruits here.
Fruits.
Fruits. Okay. So one of the best fruits is pineapple.
Yes.
Okay. To bring
It's
the inflammation,
detoxifying.
it's detoxifying. It brings the inflammation down. If you guys have pineapples, juice it. Juice. Don't eat the pineapple. Like if you eat too much pineapple, you'll get
Diarrhea.
no.
Well,
You'll
yeah, but still.
Okay, if you eat too much pineapple, you will get some side effects that you don't want. The best thing is to juice it, okay, and drink the juice daily. Okay, you can have a glass of juice
Or the solution could just be not to eat all the pineapple at
up
once.
to 3 times daily. Okay, and why do I recommend juicing? Because it's from my personal experience. I'm telling you that you can juice a whole pineapple and you drink that juice and it's gonna be 100 times better than eating the whole pineapple. As
I would say eat the pineapple because then if you're juicing it, you're getting rid of all the fibers.
so because you don't know better.
But you there's
Okay, so
fiber in the
pineapple,
pineapple.
juice it,
Okay, whatever. Use my choice or her choice.
juice it. Okay, so
If you're
fruits.
having trouble pooping, then eat the pineapple by itself.
So there are a lot of fruits as remedies um,
Zina, shh.
for anti-inflammatory remedies, which I should have put the pineapple
She's
here.
meow. She wants
So
attention.
I'm gonna put the pineapple.
Hey, watch with how you pronounce it.
I'm gonna put the pineapple together with the anti-inflammatories. Okay. We were talking about salt. Okay, so we're at the point with salt. I don't know how we got.
Hang on.
Oh, where were we?
I need to go over here. I need
Where's
to
over?
go to calm her down.
No, close the door. The
Door
problem
is
is no, she's meowing because she can. Excuse me. She is meowing because she can hear you. Close the door, and she's not gonna be able to hear you.
Well, I'm hot too, and this guy got off the leash.
Okay, he did put him back on.
Sneaky little bugger. That's what that noise was.
Okay.
I was wondering why there's such a weird noise.
So fluids.
No, don't
So
say-
drink lots of fluids. Okay, drink lots of water, not just fluids. Okay, coffee.
Did you hear the attitude he just gave me when I was putting the leash back on
He
him?
doesn't like it. So because he doesn't like it.
Attitude.
Okay. So if you're a coffee drinker, try to
Try to not drink coffee.
keep it down. Okay. I would suggest maybe switch to tea, okay, because you're actually gonna be increasing the amount of tea that you're gonna drink. And I'm trying to get this back to where I can actually read it for you guys. Okay, so yeah, so lots of fluids, water, tea, hot tea. So as hot as you can. You don't have tea, just boil the water, drink it like that. Put some lemon if you have lemon. Put some cayenne pepper if you have. Remember the amounts of cayenne pepper that you can put. You can put garlic in the hot water. Okay, it will not taste good. If you want, you can add to the garlic to your hot tea. Okay, you guys mix it up, but you make sure that you ingest the garlic. Make sure the raw garlic. Okay, best. But in the tea as well, it will be very effective. It will bring that warmness. It will probably like almost instantly help you to bring the phlegm out of your body. Okay, and when you have the pneumonia, you want to bring the mucus out. You want to expel all of that mucus. Okay, um, so either this way or naturally in a natural process. Both of the ways are effective with garlic and if and the fluids and a lot of fluids. Okay, warm drinks will help you stimulate the system to help to cleanse the body as well. So drinking tea is one of the best remedies. Drink tea as often as you can. Water and tea if you're sick. Okay, add that lemon to your tea. Slice it and put it hot, and it's an amazing tea actually with lemon. If you just have plain tea and you have no money to buy it, just slice a lemon, and slice of lemon in your tea and you drink it like that. Okay. Next thing is over the counter meds. Okay. So with pneumonia, I have used over the counter antihistamines, which I bought. I'm not gonna show you. I just bought the generic one because it's the cheapest. It's the same thing as the brand name, and it has same it has the same exact same amount of medication in it. Okay, so the composition is the same, only the brand name is different. Okay, yeah, and the price, of course. So I have used that to help me get through the pneumonia, to help me get through that, those horrible, that horrible experience of being sick, coughing. You're in so much pain. Your chest cavity hurts so much from coughing and stuff, and you just help to, at that point, you need to bring it down so you're not coughing anymore because of the pain. So the over the counter, I buy the extra strength. Okay, you can buy generic, so it's extra strength cold and flu, or extra strength flu remedy. Okay, and that has, you can buy it for daytime, you can buy it for nighttime. So for daytime is the one that known Josie, and then you can buy it for nighttime. I have used it, I'm telling you right now. So using all of these, or some of these, together with the over the counter, but at the point where you no longer need it, when your body already feels better, you have to stop using the over the counter. Okay, or try to limit it only to the point where you start coughing again, and where if you're in too much pain, and or your fever goes up, then you need it to bring it down. Okay, that you use it then. All right, another remedy for the pneumonia is chest rubs. Okay, if you guys are buying chest rubs, make sure that you putting the chest rub on the front, on the sides, and in the back on the chest, and that the body has at least 2 3 layers of cotton clothing. Okay, make sure it's cotton, make sure it's stuff that's going to absorb your sweat, and make sure that you're warm enough, that there's no cold air going through at that moment. Because if you're going to be going outside, you need to wipe it off. Okay, you need to wipe it down. You can actually put coconut oil. Okay, if you're going outside, you put coconut oil on your body. You put it front, side, and back, to protect your body from getting the cold going through to your lungs. Okay, this is like a protective layer when you go outside. So you wipe it off first. Don't take a shower and go outside right away. Even if it's the summertime, not a good idea, because if the winds are strong, it's still gonna make things worse. Okay, so make sure you stay for a couple of hours at home before you go outside, that you dry, completely dry, and that you coat, you just rub it in, or have somebody rub it in, your chest, front, back, and sides. If you don't have anybody else, use something, to help you to put it on your back. Okay, or one of those little rubbing things that I use for a bath. When I use it in the bath to wash my back, you can put the oil on that. Okay, and that's your protection for when you go outside when it's cold, and you don't want to get it. You don't want it to get worse. All right. So chest rubs. Okay. Fever, controlling of the fever. So controlling of the fever again. We are going back to over the counter meds. Okay, which can help you control the fever. All right. From the natural remedies. Okay, you have, first of all, you have water. You have to drink plenty of water. Okay, you have to have your sleep so your body can heal. And you are fever, your best remedies for fever, okay, are and garlic and fever. Okay, chamomile. Okay, chamomile is great in bringing down the fever. That's why it's used, because it's cooling. Okay, and yes, also where's peppermint is also cooling. Okay, so you're using garlic, chamomile, and peppermint to bring down the fever. Okay, and also, if the fever is super high, guys, and sometimes you have to strip, you have to take the clothes off, and this is a natural way of bringing down the fever. Okay, do not bundle up more, because that's just going to make things worse. You have to know how high your fever is, up to which point you're okay. And I mean, if it's really, really super high and you have to bring it down and nothing else is working, garlic. okay, chamomile and peppermint, okay. Other ways of bringing down the fever is cold showers. Not a pretty sight because it will hurt, but it will help you, okay, to bring the fever down almost instantly. So, not cold, just make it slightly cooler than your body so your body is not in shock. Okay, and then so water is one of your best remedies. They actually used water as a remedy in the influenza breakout in the pandemic in the 1900s. Okay, so they used water as a remedy for pretty much everything when there's nothing else available. Okay, water is your healer. Okay, take that to help you. So if you have a fever, you're in bed and you have nothing else, you have no over-the-counter medication, or you have nothing else, you strip. If that doesn't work, you go and take a shower or a bath that cools off. Okay, now in the cases of severe fever, like let's say we're just gonna break away from the coronavirus for now for a second, and we're gonna talk about what dengue fever. Okay, when people get dengue fever, if anybody knows what it is, it's a super high fever that makes people die because of the fever. So the only remedy there is to take a bath in an ice water bathtub. Okay, which I am not recommending, no, but what I'm telling you is that water works in bringing the fever down. So you go ahead, and to help it bring down, you can take a shower with slightly cooler water than your temperature of your body. Okay, so you're bringing it just, and then once you feel comfortable again, just slightly cool it off again. So, and that will help the body. So how the body cools off, it's you drink cold drinks, right? Not soft drinks, water, okay, and you also with water, so cooler showers. All right, so that's the fever. Anything else? Okay, so other thing for pneumonia control and a fever control, you have to cover the chest, so which I already talked about. Make sure when you go outside that you are wearing uh a windbreaker if you're in a part where it's cold. Okay, so when the temperatures are let's say below 22, okay, because you already have pneumonia. So I mean, you have to know at which point your body is going to start getting sick. If there's strong winds under the 22, you could probably make it worse. All right, so windbreaker or something to protect your chest from getting like cold winds going through your body and making things worse. Okay, over counter pain and fever. So I already told you, antihistamines. You can buy the generic one. Talk to your doctor first if you can. Like, I know at this point, a lot of medical stuff will not be available. A lot of medical information, medical help will not be available. So you guys are practically. Virginia, what's with the door up and down, honey? Are you okay? She's opening and closing it all the time. Okay. So, Virginia,
Yes, I'm okay.
why are you opening and closing all the time?
Don't worry about it.
Everything okay? Okay. So I recommend talking to the doctor first, which is probably uh, for maybe half of the people it's not going to be available. But next thing is Google. Make sure that you go to known sources, like universities, centers for disease and stuff like that, that will actually give you better information. I would go with the universities because, washing your hands and covering your mouth is not going to protect you from the virus. I'm just telling you right now. Okay? People say, oh, don't touch your face. People touch their face hundreds of times a day. They touch their face all the time. We go like this. Oh, like, oh, There's oh, and then you have to touch your eye, and you touching your face hundreds of times a day without knowing. Nobody pays attention to it, but that's what happens. So if you're outside, okay, I have an itch in my nose. I mean, I'm just touching it to get rid of the itch, right? But you go to the elevator, you touch that button, and then you go because your nose is itchy. That's it. You got the virus. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you're wearing gloves, if you're wearing mask, if you're even touching it over the mask, the moment you make contact the mask, it will go through the mask. You see, you're still getting a virus. So you're touching it, you have it on your hands. So yes, wash your hands. Yes. Yes, disinfect your hands. Don't go crazy on the anti, what is it called, those the alcohol that people are buying right now, in gel. They're going crazy over that. There's one guy who bought $60,000 worth of stuff. uh I think it's a little bit overdue, but yeah, so they wanna sell it to the public for big bucks later on. But don't think that this is gonna completely protect you from it. Okay, it may help, to diminish the amount of virus that you're gonna get, and bring down the contact of how much contact you're gonna have with it, which will help. Okay, so yes, wearing a mask, the one that doesn't cover you completely, it's still not gonna help. It's gonna help maybe just a little bit, okay, because it doesn't cover the sides, right?
You mean that it may help to
A little bit, bring it
to
down.
densify, to limit the intensity of the virus.
Yeah, the amount of the exposure to the virus. That's what it's gonna do. But yeah, so I mean, still take the precautions. Still use the hand sanitizer if you have the hand sanitizer. You don't have to be here, honey. If you're tired, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm not finished, and I really want to help people with this, and I have a lot of experience, and I want to be
You are
able.
a healer.
And I've healed myself naturally.
You healed
Hundreds,
yourself and
hundreds of
me
times.
and Misha.
Yeah. So, and that's why I want to share it with you guys. So, the virus itself is treated as a super bad case of pneumonia. Okay. Some people will get to pneumonia. Some people won't. Some people may look like they're okay. They're still the carriers.
And they
So
think they're okay.
yeah, so they're still the carriers. Did we talk about? I think I got cut off when I was talking about the vitamin C and other things that you need for your what do you call it? For the stuff, a supplement.
Hi, weenies.
Okay, which I wanted to talk about. Yes, guys, remember that magnesium, especially for people with epilepsy. Okay, stock up on magnesium. Magnesium is necessary for each and every function of your body. So you have vitamin C. Make sure that you have magnesium. If you can buy magnesium flakes, okay, and put it in a spray bottle and mix it with water. Just spray it on your body, okay? So it can be absorbed through the skin. I don't want you to be taking baths because if you have seizures, then baths are not safe. But then you can. That's how we manage to get magnesium for Virginia is in a spray bottle and spray it, and it gets absorbed by the skin. Actually, better than gets absorbed through your mouth because only about 5% gets absorbed.
Okay, I'm gonna say good night. Hello, everybody, and good night because I'm going to take a shower. I really need a shower. So I put this
But
on the
let us
fridge.
finish, honey.
Okay, but I say good night now.
Okay.
And you can say good night when you're ready. So I need to take a
Okay,
shower.
so we're almost finished anyways. I'm almost finished. Virginia's finished. And yeah,
And Brutus is finished.
thank you for saying good night. I will have to take the dogs out. So going outside, remember, go outside as often as you can.
Not right after
You
a
took
shower.
our dogs out yet?
Yes, I took our dogs out before the stream.
Okay, thank you, honey. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so over the counter, we're done with that. Next thing on the list is disinfectants. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the disinfectants. Uh, you didn't get to talk about the people going nuts in the stores, but Virginia hasn't been outside, so she doesn't know. Anyways, obviously, well, first thing I have sweat here, which I just put it down so I don't forget to talk about it. So if you sweat, that's okay. That's your body's natural way of cooling off. Okay, so sweat is normal. Take showers, wash it off, so your body can breathe, so you can expel more toxins through your skin. Okay, so sweat, you're expelling, expelling toxins through the skin. Because if I don't put it down now, I will forget. Right. So then you have the disinfectant. So you have alcohol, vinegar, baking soda. I'm going to tell you how to use this. Okay, so alcohol in any form. So the rubbing alcohol, if you don't have the baking soda and salt. See, salt, the cheapest one, which usually people don't even consider, but yes, it is. Okay, so alcohol, rubbing alcohol, which I have it over there. I have it actually in spray, so you can buy a little spray bottle of alcohol. Right now, there's no alcohol in any of the stores that I went to, so I'm very low on rubbing alcohol, but I don't care because I have this vinegar. You can mix vinegar with water, and it's a disinfectant. Like if you want to disinfect areas and stuff, you can use vinegar and water for that if you don't have alcohol. And you can actually add salt to it. Okay, so all kinds of bugs, the those small tiny bugs, and even they hate salt. Okay, even like the bugs that you can see, they hate salt. So mixing the vinegar and salt and water together, you mix it well, and you can spray areas that you want to disinfect with that. And you can even add, okay, you're not adding baking soda because then vinegar, baking soda are gonna know each other. But you can use baking soda and salt as well, or just baking soda or just salt, whatever it is that you have available. Okay, when you mix vinegar and baking soda, you're gonna have a little foaming volcano there. You don't want that. Um, but yeah, so vinegar, baking soda, salt, and alcohol. Okay, alcohol to drink. You can have, if you have a hard liquor at home, which I don't recommend it for people who have epilepsy at all, because you're supposed to stay away from alcohol completely. Okay, so, but as a remedy, you can use a little shot of alcohol in your hot tea. Okay, uh, if you are taking it, don't take it together with your medication. It has to be a few hours in between. Okay, Virginia's taking a shower. Um, and so it has to be taken in between, and let's say 2 hours, at least 2 hours, after or before, not before, maybe after you had your medication. All right, so I already touched my nose probably 100 times while we're talking, so you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So disinfectants, I was going to mention the alcohol because alcohol as a cold remedy, the drink, so it could be vodka, it could be liqueur or liquor. You can mix it with tea or you can have it straight if you can handle it. I haven't had alcohol in years, so I would probably not be able to um, handle it. So that does not have to be a must. I mean, if there's nothing else, yeah, you can use it as a remedy. I would recommend it diluted with the tea. You drink it with the tea. So hot tea and alcohol. My mother gave it to me as remedy when I was a child. I was like practically frozen. It was 20 below zero, and I was standing outside for hours waiting for the train because I was traveling from another city from my school, traveling home. And because of the severe weather, there was no trains, and I was stuck with like almost like minimal clothing for standing outside for hours waiting for the train. So she gave me hot tea with a shot of it was rum that she brought from Cuba many years ago. Very interesting. Okay, so anyways, so you guys gotta address these things. Okay, you gotta address um your natural way of healing. Okay, so boost your immune system. Okay, boost your immune system by taking vitamin C, by making sure that you have adequate sleep, that making sure that you're outside, making sure that your mouth and your environment is moist, which is not like I don't have my vaporizer going right now, my humidifier, sorry, because it would be way too hot. Like it's hot in the apartment, and they're putting, it's already been warm outside, and they're putting the heat, so it's way too hot in here. Okay, boil and freeze your water. So this is just a wrap up. Okay, so boil and freeze your water. Use herbs, use spices, eat clean, use water as one of your best and cheapest remedies to deal with this. Okay, sunshine, fresh air, sleep, anti-inflammatory. Don't eat foods that cause more inflammation in your body. Stay away from bread, stay away from pasta, stay away from pizza. Okay, all of those things are gonna cheese and dairy products. It will super clog your system, and it will make you feel worse. It will make you feel so much worse and sicker, and you're gonna feel bad, and you're not gonna be able to breathe. So you want to bring the phlegm out, not produce more. And dairy and pasta and flour will actually produce more inflammation and more of that in your body. You don't want it. Okay, so you again, as a short finish finale, you use garlic, golden seal, a pineapple as my best, turmeric, rose hips, all of these things. They just, I'm gonna take a picture of it, and I'm gonna post it on the community, in the community tab, so you guys can go, to it. And then if you don't, I mean, not everything is on this the board, but then you can watch the stream again, okay? Because it's going to be saved. All right, and then address fever by, which I didn't put down, uh, taking cold showers. So take cool showers, cool, not cold, because you don't want to, so cool showers. For you guys who have epilepsy, make sure that that you take the regular precaution when it comes to dealing with water and showers. Uh, yeah, I don't know if you can even read this, but yeah. So take showers for fever, garlic, and what else did I do? Say for fever, chamomile and over the counter stuff. Okay, so address the fever, address the cough, address the dryness. Okay, the dryness, which is super important. Sipping up a little bit of water. This is one of the remedies, okay, that is actually recommended right now for COVID-19. So you guys do that. So little sips, water. Okay, little sips of water, which I should put that. So little sips of water all the time, okay? Oops. All the time. This looks like a big scribble right now, but that's the best I can do. I'm already in a lot of pain, and and it's on a short notice. But I wanted to share this with you because I want you guys to be safe. I want you to be healthy. You know, one of the